All parties on Dold versus Williams. Step forward, please.
18-year-old student Brian Dold is suing classmate 18-year-old Taylor Williams for denting his car during a physical altercation.
Mr. Dold, you claim that the defendant damaged your car, which is what you're suing for.
Yes, ma'am.
Your complaint also alleges that he assaulted you.
Yes, ma'am.
I was sort of curious that you weren't suing for the assault, but just for the damage on the car. Did you file a police report about this?
Yes, ma'am. I have it right here.
Was he arrested for the assault?
No, ma'am, he was not.
All right. Tell me how this altercation started, sir. Where were you?
We were at the Oak Meadow Recreational Center in a neighborhood. We were sitting at the park. It was me, my girlfriend, and 3 other friends. Mr. Williams here came into the park with Kenny. Started asking to
So you knew each other?
No. I just knew of him, knew his name, but I never talked to Taylor before.
Had you seen him before?
Yes, at school.
In the past?
Yeah.
So you knew who he was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we were in the park, and Mr. Williams approached me and my girlfriend and 3 other people with Kenny, and they asked the whereabouts of my friend Shane. I told him I don't know where Shane's at, and Taylor replied, "I think you do." And I said, "No, I don't." And he smelled of alcohol and seemed agitated and getting closer to me. So my girlfriend grabbed me by the arm. We started walking to my vehicle. Taylor runs to my vehicle, stumbles, lands into my door, and punches me once in the nose and attempts 2 more times. But I managed to block it with my arms.
And how did he damage your car?
When his body ran into the door, it caused 3 dents, which I have pictures of here.
Okay, I'll take a look at the pictures in a minute. All right, Mr. Williams, not a difficult situation so far. Tell me your version of the events, sir.
Okay, I never met Mr. Doley, but he's had previous encounters with my friends before.
With your friends. Now, were those friends who he had previous encounters with you that day in the park?
We have a big group of friends, and it was with all our friends. But
Mr. Williams, pay careful attention. So that the people that you believed had confrontations with the plaintiff before were not with you in the park that day?
No, they weren't.
How many people were in the park with you?
I went with my friend Kenny because we were riding around with our...
How many people were with you?
One friend was with me.
Did you get to the park by car, or did you walk to the park?
Yes, ma'am. We were riding around in my friend Greg's car.
You were with 2 other friends that day, then?
Yes, ma'am.
Not
and
one
of
but 2.
Brian's friends called us on his cell phone and was telling us how Brian and his friends wanted to fight us and just talk trash to our friends. And in the past, I have a Jewish friend, and Brian...
Just a second. You're on your cell phone. Somebody is telling you that this unnamed person, Shane, wants to fight with you and your friends, right?
That's correct.
You think that he knows where Shane is?
No, Brian's friends with Shane, and he was in on it too.
So you went up to them, they were in the park.
Yes, ma'am.
And you went up to him and said what?
I went up and I said, "What's the problem?" Because I'd never met him before, and I wanted to see what was up. I wanted to know why they wanted to mess with me and my friends.
Oh, okay.
And they were all sitting around drinking, and we didn't get a good response.
We were sitting...
Don't speak. They were all sitting around, and you did not get a good response. What do you mean you didn't get a good response, Mr. Williams?
They were all drinking and being obnoxious, and I knew it wasn't going to be anything.
So he didn't answer you?
Nothing good was going to come out of it.
Just pay attention, Mr. Williams. Who's smarter, do you think, you or me?
Probably you. You're older than me.
Even when I was your age.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I heard Brian say something along the lines of "He-Man."
So what did you do?
I went and I hit him.
Just changed my mind. Smarter than you were when I was born.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Brian Dold says classmate Taylor Williams dented his car during an assault. Taylor says he never touched the car.
Okay, so you asked him a question. Now he responded something when you asked him a question. What did he respond?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
No, ma'am.
So say, "I don't remember."
I don't remember.
And then, according to your answer, he and his girlfriend and another friend walked back to their car, right?
Yes, ma'am. We were walking away too.
They walked back to their car, correct?
Correct. They were walking back to the car, and we were walking back to our car.
And where was your car parked compared to where their car was parked?
This wasn't Greg's car.
Where was
It was on the street, and they were parked in the parking lot.
Okay. So he's walking back to the parking lot, and you're walking back, allegedly, towards the car that you came in. Mm-hmm. Now let's pick up the action from there, Mr. Williams.
Okay, I'm walking back to, 3 of our friends pulled up, and I was walking back to their car.
So 3 more friends pulled up.
And they were all girls.
3 more friends pulled up. And you were walking where?
And Kenny and I were walking back to their car.
Which car?
The car with that just pulled up, the 3 friends.
The car with the 3 girls.
The 3 new friends.
Okay, so you're walking up to their car. Mm-hmm. And
I heard Ryan say something along the lines of, "Hey man," and from what I've heard.
Okay, so you heard him say something that you didn't like. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do?
It was in a threatening manner, and
No, just a minute. You remember succinctly that he cursed at you
yes, I do.
as you were walking to the car with the girls. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do?
I went and I hit him.
How far did you have to walk to hit him?
10 feet.
He ran.
He ran.
No, I didn't.
You ran.
No, I
Just a
didn't.
second. Ran, walked. You walked up to him and you hit him. Why did you do that?
Because everything I've heard about this guy is nothing good, and every time I've seen him and his friends at school, they just stare at me, and that's the whole reason I was there, because they wanted to fight me. So I figured, if he said, "Hey man," I mean, I know I shouldn't have hit him, but I don't know what this guy's gonna do. I didn't know if he was gonna.
He was getting into his car.
He was already in the car. Right?
He was already in the car when you hit him?
I didn't know if he was.
Just a second. He was already in the car when you hit him?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see the damage to the car. You idiot. Fool.
I have 2.
Just changed
I didn't
my
hit the
mind.
car,
Also,
Smarter than you were when I was born.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Pretty one-sided.
He got little, tiny, whatever. Mr. Williams, if you're going to show off for friends.
I wasn't showing off for friends. I was defending myself. And I hit
No,
Brian Cody. I
Mr.
didn't hit his car.
Williams. How can you defend yourself, sir, when according to you, he's sitting in his car? According to you, he's sitting in his car.
He was sitting in his car, but this is a guy that's harassed my friends and me for the previous month in school. And
So what?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Mr. Williams, he's in the park with his friends. You go to the park, even though you say he's been harassing you, messing with you and your friends, but you went to find them. They didn't come looking for you.
we saw them.
And,
We weren't
of course
looking.
you saw them. You saw them there and you went into the park. Now, when you got into the park, and after you had words with him that you don't remember, he tried to get away from the situation before it escalated, took his friends to get back into his car.
No, he didn't try to get away. We both walked off at the same time.
He walked
Everybody
off.
walked off from the situation.
Not you.
I was walking away when I turned around and went and hit him.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $325. I don't think I'm going to get through to him if I had 10 years.
Parties are excused.
Pretty
You may
one-sided,
step out.
Judy.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
My father talked to his mother, and his mother said that he didn't cause the damage.
This guy, he's a goody two-shoes, and he hides behind his lies, and his dad can't stand up for himself.
I've never talked to Mr. Williams before in my life and never had a confrontation with him before that evening.
I know I shouldn't have hit him, but I honestly think he deserved it.
I'm just glad that we got our money and justice was served.
You said he was totally dominating you, and he wouldn't let you do anything.
No, though, arguing though. I mean,
So you argue.
Time to take control.
If somebody you feel is trying to control your life, you don't put them in a situation where they can do that.
I wasn't allowed to go in the place.
Don't tell me, Miss Marquis, that you're not allowed. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Are you not following what I'm saying to you? Is it not piercing through? The two of you met, according to what I read, at the place where you both work, which is at a hotel,
Correct.
and dated briefly for about a 3-month period. And Mr. Shiverdicker, during that time, you allege that you loaned the defendant some money to fix her car.
Yes, Your Honor.
You broke up, you want your money back. She says that the money that you spent on the car was not a loan, was a gift. And she is counterclaiming for a television set, which he has, that
Yes.
belongs to you, and then for some nonsense about defamation of character. All right, so let's start. When did you give her this money for the car?
It was within the 3 months, January, February, March, I just kept putting money into her car because her car kept breaking down.
Well, let's start with the first time you gave her money to put in the car. How did that come about?
She was like, it was January 24th, I think, I believe, and she was having car problems and stuff like that. She has 2 children, so she kept coming to my house and stuff. Her car was breaking down, so I figured that I'd be a nice guy, give her some money, help her fix a car. She said she was getting a tax check and she'd give me the money back from the tax check when she got it in.
That's
So
not true.
I just,
Just a minute. Tell me the exact conversation, sir. She called you and said she was having car trouble. What kind of car trouble was she having?
her starter was going in her car.
That was the first problem?
No, the first problem was the windshield was broken in her car.
So let's get to the windshield. Did she call your house and tell you she needed it, or were you out together and she told you she needed money?
No, we were out together. We were talking about it.
And what did you say to her?
I just told her that she asked me about, she was driving around with the windshield cracked and stuff, and I told her that, you know, you should get that fixed before she gets pulled over with it.
Okay, she get that fixed. And what did she say to you?
She said she would when she got a tax check money in.
She said, fine, I'm going to do that when I get
Right.
my tax check.
Right.
And you said to her,
I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'll take care of it now. When you get your tax check, you can just give me the money so you don't have to have no problems until then.
and how much did you give her?
I went to the junkyard, picked up a windshield. It was $50. And then I went to a glass place like a week later and had it put in for her.
And how much did they charge you at the glass place?
$60.
Did you consult her about any of these costs?
Yeah, she said she'll take care of it once you got a tax check.
No, you keep saying that. Had you told her you were going to a junkyard?
Yes.
Is that right?
He told me he'd call a couple of junkyards and find prices. And I told him to get prices and then notify me, and I was going to buy the windshield with my paycheck, not my tax check.
Okay, so you were planning to buy it?
I was planning to buy it, yes.
Okay, and you couldn't have gotten it cheaper than $50, could you?
I wasn't sure. He said it was his responsibility to look for me. I wasn't allowed to look myself. So he was supposed to call, get prices, and then notify me. I was going to pay him the money, and he was going to pick it up.
Okay, you picked it up, it was $50. Then you took the windshield and had it put in your car.
No, he brought me to a place that his friend owned. And
Just a second. Did you go to a place and have the windshield put in your car?
Yes,
And did you go with him?
yes.
And did you know how much the cost was?
Yes, it was nothing. There were friends of his that owned the business. What he was initially going to do is he has full coverage in his vehicle. His friend was going to say that they were putting it on his truck and put on his tax as though his truck had the windshield put in it.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
No, it is not. And when we got there, the guy that did it, the owner of the shop, it was a place in Boston, said that, he said, don't worry about it. And then we left.
Okay. When was the next time you gave her money?
It was probably about, excuse me, about 2 weeks after that.
And what happened then?
Her car broke down and she was tanning or something. Her car broke down and her starter was a starter. So she didn't have the money at the time for the, for the starter, so I told
Well,
her.
no, her car broke down. Did she call you?
Yeah, yes, she did.
And what did she say when she called you?
She was yelling and upset about her car and saying she wanted to get rid of it. And so I told her I'd go pick her up and take care, see if I get the car running or whatever like that. So she said, don't worry about it. Her mother was going to pick her up or something like that. So she went and had it towed, or I don't know what she had done, but it was at her house. I told her I'd pick up a starter for her and have it put in for her.
Okay. And how much did that cost?
I believe the starter was $50 and the label was like $115.
Do you have any
I
bills for
got
that?
the receipts right here, all the receipts.
Okay, I'd like to take a look at them. All right, and she gave you the car to go and have that done?
No, we went together and we dropped it off. And she
Is that
went over my
right?
house after.
Yes, we went together. I didn't talk to anybody. I wasn't allowed to go in the place. I had to wait in his truck while he went in and talked to the mechanic and stuff.
You don't tell me,
I mean,
Ms.
I don't know what
that you're not
happened in there.
allowed. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to get in the car. You're allowed to get out of his car if he drove you there and take a bus home.
No, they're arguing though. I mean, that's
So you
fine.
argue. You don't get into his
It's a
car
lie,
in the
Your
first
Honor.
place.
It's not a lie.
Listen to me, Ms. Markey. I mean, I read your answer, and you said he was totally dominating you, and he wouldn't let you do anything. So just listen what you did. You complained to me that he totally dominated you when he went and got the windshield for your car and didn't ask you anything, and then totally dominated you when you went in to have the windshield put into the car, right? Then you don't accept, if that bothers you, then you don't accept his offers when he wants to put in a new starter for the car. What you say is, I'll take care of it myself.
And I did.
No. What you say is, I'll take care of it myself. I don't want to go with you. I don't want you to pick me up a starter. You didn't say that to him.
I told him that I would go and pay for it because he said his mechanic has been in the family a long time and was a good, reputable mechanic.
Are you not following what I'm saying to you? Is it not
Yes.
piercing through? If somebody you feel is trying to control your life, you don't put them in a situation where they can do that. Unless you want to accept things. Right?
Okay.
Now, what about this television set, Miss Marquise?
Before, when we started dating, my father had given me it's like a projection television set, and Lance came over and my father was saying how it had to be repaired. He said he knows a friend that can repair the TV, and that him and his friend would pick it up and bring it to his house because his friend lived in the same city, and that it would be fixed from then on. I don't think it's been fixed yet, and when I asked for it back, he said that my father and I gave it to him.
What happened was her father was buying a new big screen TV. He needed to get that TV out of the house. She said it was broken. She said, if you could do me a favor, I'd appreciate it if you could get the TV out of the house. I had a pickup truck. I said, yeah, I'll take care of it for you. She goes, you can do whatever you want with the TV. I don't care. I just need it out of the house.
That sounds right to me.
No.
That sounds right to me.
That's
Why
not
would I
right.
take a broken
Yeah,
TV
that's right.
and bring it to my house?
You wanna know
when I
why?
had it fixed at her
Why?
house.
Because you didn't bring a lawsuit until he sued you for the money.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
But he wants it now, and you're no longer together.
That's why he wants it back.
So why don't you do it?
Because I offered to do that. If my
Oh, well, let's
television
offer
was-
again.
And later today,
She was my girlfriend at the time, so I figured, you know, romantic little weekend.
It's not romantic when she's paying.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lance Shiverdecker is suing former girlfriend Dawn Marquis for a loan. Dawn is countersuing Lance for ruining her reputation.
Who are you?
I'm his mother,
Step up. What's your last name?
Shiverdecker.
Ms. Shiverdecker, what do you know about this TV?
She was talking to my son on the phone, and he lives with me. And I even called her mom and told her mom that she could pick up the TV at any time. It was broken. It was of no use to us.
Where is the TV now? Just
It's at my house.
is it fixed?
No, it's not.
It's not fixed.
No.
So nobody did anything with it.
Correct.
Fine. Go get it.
Okay.
3 days from today. If you're not there after 3 days, he's going to fix it and have himself a TV. Sit there.
Your Honor, I have bank statements showing that the whole entire time I had over that amount of the money in the bank, including my my deposits with the checks. The second time he had the car repaired, my money was already in the bank, and he knows that because when I was sleeping, he went through my pocketbook and looked at all my bank
So
statements.
why don't you give him the money that he spent on your car?
Because when I tried to in the first place, I was writing a check and we were going to pick up the car. He told me no. He said, it's my responsibility, I'm taking care of it. He refused the money.
Well, but he wants it now, so why don't you give it to him?
Because he said not to worry about it
No,
before, so
listen
no.
to me.
He said it's his
Listen to
responsibility.
me. But he wants it now, and you're no longer together.
That's why he wants it back.
So why don't you do it?
Because I offered to do that. If my
Oh, well, let's
television was
offer
returned-
again. You offer to give him back the money he spent for his car, for your car?
If my stuff was returned to me also.
Just what stuff?
My television.
Are
was
you
the
you're
main
going to
thing.
get pick that up in 3 days.
Okay.
What else?
That's the main thing, yeah, that's it.
That's the only thing. Good.
Your Honor,
Now let me see. Now, that's very good. So let me see the bills that you spent on a car.
and this is-
She wants to give it back to you.
this was a letter that she
Even
wrote
though
me
it
that I
was
was...
a
She wants to give it back to you because that's the right thing to do, because she says you're annoying her at work. You're annoying her at work, and probably one of the reasons you're annoying her is that you feel as if she made a fool out of you by taking this money. Is that
Your
right?
Honor, I don't even see her at work. I don't talk to her at work.
$261. Now, you want to take care of the rest of this countersuit that you have, or defamation?
Yes. I work at the front desk at the hotel, and he works in the bar. People in the bar have been coming up to me.
Don't tell me what anybody's telling you from the bar.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't tell me what anybody's been telling you. That's hearsay.
Okay, well, he's at the bar telling people at the bar that
How do you know what he's telling people at the bar?
a couple of the patrons and a police officer came to me
You
and asked me about
cannot
it.
tell me what anybody else said. That's hearsay.
Okay.
Good. Counterclaim is dismissed with the exception of the television set, which you will pick up in 3 days. If she doesn't pick it up within 3 days from today, you are free to do whatever you want with it. And I am awarding you $261 on your claim. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Subjected to people saying a lot of obnoxious rumors about me that aren't true, having to switch jobs and everything because of it, and him constantly being there harassing me.
If it was any harassment, it was on her part.
And now the next case.
All parties on Schmid versus Vanderham. Step forward, please.
21-year-old student Kelly Schmid claims ex-boyfriend, 19-year-old student Josh Vanderham, owes her for half the cost of a Millennium getaway.
You folks were dating each other around the Millennium. According to your complaint, Ms. Schmidt, you arranged for a weekend
In Huntington Beach.
in Huntington Beach.
Yes.
And you put all of this, the hotel and stuff, on your credit card. You say there was an arrangement for him to repay you half of the cost of the trip.
Yes.
You broke up shortly thereafter. He hasn't paid you back.
Yes.
That's what this is about.
I wanted to do something really fun for New Year's, and I had just thought of doing this for the weekend, and so I called the hotel. And
Now, first, did you call him?
Yes, I called him and discussed it with him first, and said.
Well, tell me about it. Tell me
Well,
about
I called
that
him and I
discussion.
discussed it, and I said, you know, look, this would be a cool idea, you know, would you be interested in doing it? And he's like, yeah, that's cool, you know. I'm like, okay, well then I'll call in the hotel and I'll find out if, you know what's going on, how much it costs and all that, and then I'll call and let you know the details. And so I called him back after I found out, and I told him, look, it's $1,000 for the weekend. They do have room, you know, but I'd totally love to do it as long as you'd be willing to pay me half. He said, yeah, let's do it. I'll pay you half. That's fine.
Did she call you and tell you about the weekend in Huntington Beach?
Yeah, she called me.
So tell me about the conversation.
She called me back and she said, you know, I really want to do something for the Millennium. You know, would you like to come with me and stay for the getaway?
Right.
And I said, sure, I would love to go. Basically, we never arranged for any payment or anything.
How did you...
I paid for dinner that night when we went out to dinner, and then for drinks, it was an open bar, so we tipped the bartender several times throughout the course of the 2 days.
Well, did you think she was going to take you away for a 3-day holiday? Is that what you thought?
Well, I don't know. She was my girlfriend at the time, so I figured, you know, she was going to help me out, and we were going to spend a 2-day, you know, romantic little weekend.
It's not romantic when she's paying.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Sounds great. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Well, basically...
Not basically. Stop with the basics.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kelly Schmid says former boyfriend Josh Vanderham owes her for half the cost of a Millennium getaway.
Did you discuss the cost?
Yes, we did, actually.
Okay, so let me hear about the discussion about the cost. Shh. I didn't ask you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I asked Mr. Vanderham.
Basically, she said it was $1,000, and she was going to put it on her credit card.
All right, Mr. Vanderham, we're not going to pull teeth here, sir.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you individual questions. Did she tell you what the room was, what the room cost?
Yes, it was $1,000.
And did she tell you what that included?
Yes, she did.
And you said, sounds great.
Sounds great. Sign me up.
Sounds great, sign me up.
Yeah.
Okay. Had you given her presents before?
Yes, we had Christmas before that.
So you gave her a present?
Yes.
What did you give her?
Several presents. Clothes.
Give me the big one.
Clothes. You know what? Actually, I don't really remember. It was clothes.
You went out and picked them out yourself?
Yes.
And when you gave them to her, did you, what was it, a blouse or a shirt or something?
A dress. It was a couple items.
of things.
Probably.
Did you tell her where you purchased them?
Yes.
Did you tell her how much they cost?
No.
Why didn't you tell her how much they cost?
Because it was Christmas and...
Because it was a gift.
Yes.
Right. Now, what your claim is, Mr. Vanderham, is that she was making a gift to you of this Millennium weekend, right?
That's correct.
So when one makes a gift to somebody, usually they do not discuss the cost of the gift with that person. They say, now you see where I'm going?
I see where you're going.
Yeah, I knew you'd see where I was going. You usually don't have a long conversation about what the room costs, what the meals are, that it includes entertainment, unless there is an expectation that you're going to be repaid. Because if you gave her a dress for Christmas, you wouldn't say, here, I bought you this dress for $149. Right? That would be tacky.
Yes.
It's the same kind of gift.
I hear you.
The same kind of gift, you hear me? All right, so the room was $500. So why are you suing him for $6?
Well, basically...
Not basically. Stop with the basically.
As far as the interest went on the credit card, it's about 12%, and the charges were incurred all the way in December. And
so you're charging for interest on your credit card?
yes, and actually it was about $1,050 plus extra room charges and stuff. I have the credit card statement right here if you'd like to see it.
Now you say you paid for dinner, Mr. Vanderham. Was that a gift?
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically.
You like me, basically.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What was the $200 for?
The $200 was for an extra. We had the witness and his girlfriend ended up staying with us in the room that weekend, and that was an extra $200. But they paid for that. They paid me money for that.
Is this the person who stayed in the room?
Yes, it is.
Is this your friend?
That's my best friend.
Still your best friend. So he's sitting on that side.
He was
No, I
there.
don't know.
What? Step up here. David.
Yes.
David what?
Pollard.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Good. David, you and your girlfriend went and spent the weekend with them
Yes.
in Huntington Beach?
Yes.
And your tab was $200.
That's correct.
And this is your best friend.
Yes.
Didn't you think it was sort of fair to say, listen, if we have this room and the room's going to cost us a total of $1,200 for the four of us, that we should split that in half?
I asked him about the cost of the room.
You asked who about the cost?
She.
No, who did you ask about the cost, David?
I actually asked both of them.
Both of them in the same, they were
No,
there at the
on
same
different phone calls. Kelly called me back and told me it would be $100 a person extra, and I said, well, you know, how much is the room? And she said, well, the room's a little over $1,000. And I said, well, is $100 then going to cover it? Do you want more? And she said, no, just, you know, pay for what extra fees they're going to charge us. And I said, okay, you know.
So she was a nice person.
Yes.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes.
Before they even came to the picture, it was just going to be me and him splitting the entire cost. So I had already planned on just us agreeing to pay that much money, and like you said, they had offered, but you know, I just told them that's fine. We've already, you know, taken care of it. We've discussed it, and that's how it's going to work. So
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $600. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
he just gave me excuses. He wouldn't return my phone calls. He'd just be really irresponsible and negligent about it, and so this is what it came down to.
I felt it was very unfair. I never agreed to pay the money. Basically, she wanted to take me on the trip.
If you agree to do something, go through with it and be responsible.
You don't have a car and you don't have a loan because you don't have money and you don't have a job and you got the loan. Do you understand?
Sorting out the family finances.
You don't have any money, so then they're going to come after your mother.
Everything is in my name only.
Can't take her car away without giving her back her down payment. You understand?
Yep.
Perfect. Defendant is your mother.
Correct.
How old are you?
19.
According to your complaint, you needed some help in purchasing a car.
Correct.
And your mother agreed to help you with the purchase of the car. She was the co-signer?
Correct.
When was that? When did you purchase the car?
December 9th, 1999.
So you were over 18 at that point.
Correct.
And the car is in your name?
It's in me and my mom's name, yes.
Who put down the down payment?
I did.
And how much was the down payment?
I traded in my car that I had. They gave me $1,500 for it, and then I put $200 cash.
So far, is that correct?
Yeah, that's pretty much correct.
And then according to what you've written here, your mother took back the car.
Correct.
And you don't have the car anymore.
No, my sister's driving it.
You took back the car and gave it to your other daughter.
She thought that she could make the payments on it, and
You took back the car and gave it to your other daughter.
yes.
When did you do that and why?
Tasha was late with her first payment. She quit her job that she had about 2 days after she'd got the car, and she didn't show me that she was going to be able to make the payment. She got ill, she had to go in for emergency surgery, and she left the keys on the counter in the kitchen when she went to the hospital. I took the keys and had them with me. I went to work, and I worked 10 hours. I'm gone 10 hours of the day. She came when I was at work and took all of her belongings. She lied to her grandmother because she wanted to borrow $25. There was a window broken out of the car already. When I found this out when I got home and she'd moved out, I decided to hide the car over at my brother's. Tyann then said that she thought that, my other daughter, she thought that she could make the payments, and together we made the first one. It was about a month overdue before we could make the first payment.
After a month, you took the car and you gave it to your other daughter. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you have the car now?
Yes, I do.
Are you making the payments on the car?
I'm behind right now.
Well, how much behind are you?
A month.
And what about the insurance?
I don't have any.
I asked Tyann to, at the very least, put a for sale sign in the window if she's not going to bring it back to me, so that we could try to sell it, you know, because if I...
You're absolutely right. But you can't take her car away without giving her back her down payment. Do you understand? If you took the car after a month, she's out her $1,700.
It didn't go exactly like that.
Okay.
Tasha, I tried to communicate with her if she was going to be able to make the payment on ours. She'd started a new job, and then she'd gotten sick. And I didn't know if she'd made any money. She was working at the car lot that she actually bought the car from. She did not communicate that with me at all. That weekend, she showed up at her work with her paycheck, flaunting it. She never came to me and said, Mom, I've got the money, or anything. I was just protecting my interests.
Where is the car now? You have it.
She's got it. Won't
Are
give it
you
back.
living with your sister?
Yeah.
I know.
Just a second. Oh, this is very easy. You have a job now?
Not right now, no.
Well, how could you make the payments if you don't have a job?
The reason I don't have a job is because I'm going to Colorado at the end of this month, and I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, so I can't really start a new job and then just leave. So I was going to get a job once I came back.
Well, who's supposed to make the car payments?
My sister, she's been making them, and...
How many car payments did you make altogether?
2 of them.
You made 2, and you've had the car since when?
The end of February.
And I made the rest.
I'm going to resolve this case very easily. She doesn't have a job, so she can't make the car payments, right?
Right, well, I can get the money. That's not a problem to do it.
Where are you going to get the money from?
As
From
my
her?
boyfriend? No, my boyfriend.
What?
I was willing to make the car payment for her.
As a matter of fact,
and she made the car payment on my other car.
So that I could use, so I had a
I'm-
car to drive. I was making it
You're
on
the
his.
boyfriend.
Yes.
Right.
You're the boyfriend. Fine. So you have good credit?
It got bad in October. That's a whole nother issue.
Okay. I'm going to resolve this for your mother, because your mother did a very, very foolish thing.
Yes.
Because she co-signed for you. The car is titled in your name, the car is titled in her name, the loan. They would come after her, clearly, in the event that the car, right?
No, I actually talked to them, asked them if I could get off the loan and everything, and I said, now as far as coming after the payment, they said they're going to come after me first.
Yeah, but you don't have any money, so then they're going to come after your mother.
Everything is in my name only. I mean, she is on it, but everything.
I have papers that show that I
Doesn't make any difference. Let's say that you co-signed for the loan, so they come after you and they say, give us our money, and you say, I don't have any.
No, I could get the money. That's not a problem. I'm getting a job at the end of the month. I had all the money to pay for this
Fine,
car.
so this is your boyfriend, you're driving his car.
Right.
Right?
And I've been paying on that car.
But you didn't make the first payment.
Right, because I didn't have a chance to. I got real sick.
Here, I understand that. The bank doesn't care whether you have a chance to.
I know.
Ms. Berquist, the bank doesn't care.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You don't have a car, you don't have a car, and you don't have a loan, because you don't have money, and you don't have a job, and you got the loan. Do you understand?
And later today,
You paid the bills in November?
Yes.
In October?
Yes.
In December? Yes. So you decided to stick it to him for January.
That would sum it up very well, Judge.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tasha Berquist says her mother, Melody Berquist, illegally repossessed her car.
Miss Berquist, this is what we're going to do. You're going to give the car back to your mother. Today! You are going to sell the car.
Thank you.
If you don't get enough from the sale of the car to cover the loan, okay, you can come back.
Okay.
That way, You don't have a car, you don't have a car, and you don't have a loan, because you don't have money, and you don't have a job, and you got the loan. Do you understand? So the car is to be turned over to your mother today. You got it?
I got it.
You understand? You sell it.
I will. That was my plan.
Perfect. That's all. Thank you.
Please excuse. You may step out.
Where do I go? This way. I'm not pleased, of course. I didn't even get to get all my stuff.
I feel bad. I love my kids, you know, that's why I did it.
And now the next case.
All parties on Graham versus Graham. Step forward, please.
47-year-old contractor Brian Graham is suing his ex-wife, 47-year-old registered nurse Cheryl Graham, for unpaid bills and the deposit on a car. Cheryl is countersuing for pain and suffering and harassment.
Mr. Graham, you and the defendant were married for 12 years, according to your complaint. Are you currently divorced, or are you still married, legally?
We are divorced.
Okay, and what year was your divorce?
It was final about 2 months ago.
When did you separate?
September/October 1999.
And you got an order for spousal support, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you say, Mr. Graham, that you had an arrangement with your now former wife that she would be responsible for certain bills. And when she did not pay those bills, you deducted that, because you paid the bills, from the spousal support.
That is correct.
And then you went back to court, and the judge told you that since it was an order for spousal support, you could not deduct the amounts that you claimed, because judges don't like it when anybody else fools around with their orders.
That would sum it up very well, Judge.
Right. So the judge told you that if you felt you had a claim against her, you could sue her in civil court.
That is correct.
Therefore, you're here. Now, you see what I managed to glean out of these 5 pages of papers that you wrote?
You're so good.
The only thing that was not clear to me, Mr. Graham, is what specific items you are claiming you had an agreement over with your former wife. So first, let me ask a couple of basic questions. What was the order for spousal support?
The order that I was to pay after paying for the car would be a cash payment of $330.20 per month, plus an amount for making up on a cash out for the house.
And that was on or about September of 1999.
The order began as of March 1st of this year, 2000.
So there was no order prior to March 1st?
That is correct.
Is that right?
According to the settlement, it was February 12th when I moved out is when he was to start paying support.
Can I see that, please? Did you both have attorneys?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Don't know the magic words of keeping it simple. Husband shall pay to the wife, asking for spousal support, $625 a month, commencing on the day that the wife moves out of the residence. She's supposed to vacate the residence March 1st, 2000. Did you move out of the residence on March 1st, 2000?
I moved out on February 12th.
Okay. Did you make payments of spousal support, sir?
No, I did not.
Why?
We had a Dodge that was coming up to the end of its lease in December. I knew that a car would be needed for transporting the children and
these were
Cheryl.
your children?
Yes, correct.
These were your children that he raised over the 12 years with you?
Yes.
Yeah. So I agreed that when that lease was up, I would purchase the car. And I said, but I don't have the down payment. That's when she agreed to pay $800 toward the down payment of that car and the auto insurance. Those would be deducted from the spousal support.
Okay, so you made a car payment of $800 and the auto insurance payment of how much?
$227.66 for that period of time, Your Honor. This is the written agreement that Cheryl gave me prior to that time, saying that she would pay $800 plus the auto insurance out of the spousal support or settlement order. We have more. The next item is the utility bills. Now, I moved out of the house in October of 1999, leaving Cheryl and the children staying in the house. Through the time we actually signed our final agreement, our final settlement agreement, Cheryl did pay all the bills. It seems, though, that on the day we signed that agreement, all payments of those bills stopped, and that was early in January, And then when she moved out, I moved back in, and I started getting bills that had not been paid, bills that were delinquent. They included the telephone bill, the gas and electric, water and sewer, the cable bill had not been paid. So that makes up a total of $778.26.
Did you pay those bills?
No.
Tell me why.
He did not move out of the house. And my daughter and neighbor know that he was there daily. He was there every morning to take my son to school. He came and worked in the house. He works for himself. A lot of the tools are in the garage. He was there daily working on projects for jobs. He used the shower. He used the house. All he did was go spend the night with someone else.
He was sleeping elsewhere.
Right.
And you did, in fact, Miss Graham, pay the bills prior to January.
Yes.
You paid the bills in November?
Yes.
In October?
Yes.
In December?
Yes.
Was he showering, picking your son up from school, using his tools in October?
Yes.
In November?
Yes.
In December?
Yes.
So you decided to stick it to him for January?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He was a wonderful father for 12 years. Someone does not just become an ogre, but he has gone from, we'll make this a civil divorce, to I'm out for blood.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Brian Graham says his ex-wife Cheryl Graham owes him for unpaid bills and a car deposit.
Okay. Let's hear you.
In August, before he told me that he wanted a divorce, we had discussed how we were going to handle bills and saving money for future and that type of thing. And I had agreed then to pay the bills. And I continued paying it until it occurred to me that we didn't have a future, and my contributing towards his future didn't make any sense.
No, but you and your children were living in the house.
So was he.
No, he wasn't living there. He was doing the same thing that he was doing in September, October, November, and December. The fact that you decided to change the rules, because that's what you said. You had agreed with him that you would pay the utility bills while you were there.
That was before he asked for a divorce.
You had said to him, I'll pay the utility bills while I'm here.
No, I don't believe that's what I said.
But that's what you did.
Can I make a comment here?
Sure.
I got the order for him to pay me all the arrears, and he was to pay me that on May 16th. He did not do that. 3 days later, he went and he filed this suit for just about the same amount. Several days after that, he canceled my car insurance. And when we did the settlement agreement, I didn't go after half of the business that I could have, because I was trying to keep it as a semi-civil thing, since there were kids involved and we'd known each other for 30 years.
Ms. Gray, you clearly had an arrangement with him that you were going to take over and pay for the utility bills while you were there, and you just decided in January, because you were going to be moving out in February, the hell with him, let him deal with that when he moves back in, which is really what you said to yourself. Sir, you understand now that you cannot resort to self-help in modifying a judicial order. I'm sure that the judge made that abundantly clear to you.
There is no doubt in my mind, Your Honor, that was inappropriate behavior.
Okay, so you can't do that. I gather, Mrs. Graham, that since you said you've known each other for 30 years, you did have a marriage in between because you have 2 children. It appears to me, at least, that Mr. Graham has been a reasonable and concerned step-parent to your children.
He was until August, yes.
Do your children have a relationship with their father?
He died.
He died.
Before Brian and I got married.
So that what the children know is this person as their parental figure.
Right. And that's not how he is behaving.
Well, there are always bad feelings when there is a divorce. I'm sure that there are hurt feelings on both sides. You know, it doesn't sound like a total cad to me. I mean, he did in fact say to you, you keep the car because you're going to need the car to get the kids. You just said to me that he would come back to the house to drive your son to school.
He was maintaining an illusion that he was living at the house. He had to come back to get his clothes. He had no clothes there.
That doesn't require him taking your son to school.
Like you said, he'd treated him as a son for 12 years.
Well, that's a nice thing. That's a good thing. That says to me that he's not an ogre. You're her daughter?
Yes.
It's just very unfortunate that when a marriage breaks up, there are such bad feelings. You know, I mean, if he was a good person for 12 years, he doesn't all of a sudden become a monster. Just remember this. There are always 2 sides to a story.
May I say something, please?
Sure.
I have requested from my mother that I be shown any documents in the way of letters or court papers that she has in which Brian has sent to her, and you said yes, he was a wonderful father for 12 years. Someone does not just become an ogre, but it has appeared to me that he has gone from, we'll make this a civil divorce, to I'm out for blood.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. The first thing is loving parents do not share with their children the particulars of a settlement agreement, and I don't care whether you're 14 or 12 or 6. It's an inappropriate thing to share with a child details of financial arrangements. And right now you no longer even enjoy the legal relationship of stepfather, step-parent with Mr. Graham. That's unfortunate. What about your brother?
My brother at the moment is living with Brian at the house.
So your brother is living with the plaintiff?
Right.
How old is Brian?
My brother is William.
How old is William?
18.
What is William doing?
In fact, he's graduating high school tomorrow, I hope.
He is.
Okay. And you see your son regularly?
Yes.
But you don't visit?
No, I don't visit with Brian by my own choice.
Okay, well, that's your choice. That's unfortunate. In any event, I am entering a judgment for $2,171 in favor of the plaintiff.
Can I get you to order him to follow the settlement agreement where he was going to be keeping the car on the insurance and taking the insurance payments out of the spousal support?
I don't understand, Mrs. Graham, why you wouldn't want to have total control over your own money. Now, if what you're saying is that instead of giving you the money, he should deduct it and pay it himself, that seems to me to be foolhardy. Put a period and end it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Good. That's all.
You won't go
Thank you,
for
Your
it.
Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Told you.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm afraid only time will straighten it out.
He was a very good father to them for many years, up until this started.
The most precious thing is my daughter.
That left the picture due to other circumstances several months ago.
Nobody wins in a divorce.
How come you never got married?
There was some trust issues, ma'am, that I couldn't oversee.
What do you mean trust is? You have a trust fund?
No, basically infidelity.
9 years of unwed misery.
I've been in a physically violent relationship for the last 9 years.
So what do you have 2 children together for?
I never even knew she had pictures of other men in intimate positions.
I'm not interested in that, sir. You two folks had a 9-year relationship, according to what I've read, and you have 2 children together.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are the children?
4 and 8, ma'am.
How come you never got married?
There was some trust issues, ma'am, that I couldn't oversee.
What do you mean trust is? You have a trust fund?
No, basically infidelity.
There was no trust.
Sounds
so what do
weird.
you have 2 children together for?
It sounds weird, Your Honor, but our first child was unplanned. It was an unplanned
Yeah,
pregnancy.
but then you have another one.
And then we had another.
The only reason I'm asking you this, Mr. Alvarado, is really not to get into your history, but to suggest to you that it's very difficult for a court when 2 people decide to live together. You know, we have courts for people who want a divorce because they're married. We have certain laws that are involved. You have, depending upon where you live, equitable distribution, community property. We have all kinds of laws. But if you live together for 9 years and you have a family and you don't have a marriage on paper, it's very difficult. No court's going to go back and trace who bought the skidoo. What is it? Oh, what do you say he has of yours?
Sea-Doo, Your Honor.
Sea-Doo.
Yes, ma'am.
Back in 1990. Nobody's going to look at that. Certainly not me. All right, so let's take care of this case very fast. What personal items do you say that she has of yours?
Well, she has several, Your Honor, but I'm only contesting 2. It's a personal computer that I had custom built by a friend.
Okay. When?
December of last year, Your Honor.
Okay. 1 computer and 1?
And a Nissan Pathfinder that the defendant and me purchased together.
So you purchased it together?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if you say you purchased it together, then why would you sue for it?
Well, because I'm still paying for it on my credit card, and I just don't believe it's fair for her to drive something that I'm still paying for.
Okay, let's deal with the computer first.
Okay.
Do you have his computer?
No.
Where is it?
he picked it up with all his belongings when he came to the house in January when he picked up all his belongings?
No, I don't believe that. Why would he sue for it if he picked it up?
Because he knows that I wanted it, and he took 2 computers with him on that date.
No, Miss Ayala, listen to me very carefully.
Yeah,
Just a second. Sorry. You saw him take the computer?
No, I was there the day that he picked up his belongings. Yes,
Did you see
it was
him take
in his belongings.
Well, step up here, and I'll see you. Tell me your last name.
My name is Wendy Miller.
Miss Miller, you were present when he moved out?
Yes, I was.
When he came back with the truck and got all of his stuff?
Yes, I was.
Did you actually see him take his computer?
It was in a green tote, in one of those plastic totes. And I recall saying, Randy, why aren't you keeping this? I thought you were having one and he was having one. And she said no. We decided he was having it all.
Taking both.
Taking both. Because she didn't want anything to fight over. Because I've been in a physically violent relationship for the last 9 years, and I know what he's capable of. So I just wanted to make it as easy as possible and give him what he was requesting, and done deal.
She says she saw you carry out the computer in a green bag, sir.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. I wouldn't be here, Your Honor, if I'm not that type of person. That would be totally petty for me to do. The computer was custom built for me. I'm a plumbing designer, so it's basically my trade. I don't have it.
She says she doesn't have it.
Well,
is what you're telling me is that you don't have it?
That's correct.
Did you sell it?
No.
Yes.
Just a minute. Didn't sell it. You say that he took it.
Yes, he packed it up himself and took it.
I don't know who has the computer. I thought if it was easy, I might deal with it. It's not. All right, let's talk about the car. You two people had a marriage together. As far as I'm concerned, for 9 years. It wasn't a marriage on paper. I don't intend to spend too much time with this. Let's talk about the car. Let me see what you're paying off, sir.
Okay.
On the car.
Well, basically, I have paperwork also showing that I took a student loan for the computer.
I'm not interested in the computer. I don't know where it is.
Then I have paperwork from my credit card showing the orange highlighted area showing the balance transfer from Wells Fargo to my credit card for the balance of the
Wells Fargo had nothing to do with it.
When did you purchase this car?
November '94.
November of '94. We're in 2000 now. You had a car at that time. Is that right, according to your answer?
Yes, I
You had a
traded in
300ZX.
I had a fully paid off 300ZX, and I traded it in for the Pathfinder.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. We had a Stanza right before.
In between, I'm sorry. I traded in for a Stanza. We had the Stanza for 9 months, then we traded in the Stanza for the Pathfinder.
That we've both been paying on.
That you've both been paying on?
Correct, Your Honor.
And how much is left on it?
I believe $3,000, Your Honor.
You have any reason to believe that it's all paid off? You say, in your answer, you say it was all paid off.
It is paid off.
It is paid off?
Yes.
Due to the fact that we put the balance on my credit card, Your Honor. That's why it's paid off.
Did you pay off the car by taking money out of his bank?
He made a student loan because he was not employed at the time, and that student loan was money for us to live off of.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. That's totally incorrect.
Were you employed at the time?
I was a full-time student, Your Honor, and I was receiving...
Employed was the word.
I was receiving unemployment for retraining for my profession, which is plumbing designing. And at the time, I was receiving an income through the state for unemployment retraining.
All right. When you purchased this 1994 car, 92 car in '94, did you use it as a family for the last 6 years?
Basically on the weekends, but during the week she would use it.
And how long was the note on the car?
It was a 3-year note, I believe,
Give
Your
it
Honor.
back to him. 3-year note. What, 1994? That brings you up to 1997.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I never even knew she had pictures of other men in intimate positions.
I'm not interested in that, sir.
I never looked at that stuff. And she had that in my boy's bedroom. I mean, she had pictures of her and other men in our son's bedroom.
There we go.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Ramon Alvarado claims former live-in lover of 9 years and mother of his 2 children, Randy Shannon Ayala, owes him for some personal items. Randy says he owes her for a wave runner and sea-doo.
All right, let's get to your counterclaim. What do we have here? A 1990 Yamaha Wave Runner, a 1990 Zima trailer, and a 1990 Sea-Doo. Let's start with those things.
They're in both our names, all 3 items.
Yeah.
And I've heard from a friend that he's trying to sell them now for $5,000.
Yeah.
And he's never discussed it with me. I don't know if I'm getting half of this. I don't know what he's...
I don't know either. He didn't sell them yet. Didn't
put
sell
a
them
for
yet.
sale sign. I mean, my name's on it too, and I.
So he can't sell them without your name unless he forges your name.
That's correct.
Right? So when he goes to sell those things, unless he forges your name, which I assume he doesn't want to do because he wouldn't want to go through retraining again, then what's going to happen is he's going to have to say, I want to sell this, would you sign off on it? And you'll say, how much are you selling it for? I want half.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may.
What?
My father let me borrow the money for the trailer, for the trailer and one of the jet skis. I still own the money. I told the defendant that she's more than welcome to have them if she were to pay my dad. I just don't think it's fair for her to get something that my dad lent me the money to borrow. And the
Mr.
wave runner.
Alvarado, when you enter into a relationship that is what I consider a permanent relationship, when you have one for 9 years and you make 2 children together,
Right.
you don't come in with a shopping bag full of problems to courts and say, you figure it out. Right now you got a problem, and your problem is that her name is on the title to these things. If she doesn't want to sign off on it, then you
Right.
can't sell it.
Right.
Then you may keep them as museum items and give them to your grandchildren.
Right.
Understand?
Right. My name's on the Pathfinder also, Your Honor.
Oh, just a second. Your name's on the Pathfinder. As far as I'm concerned, you bought this car 6 years ago. The car was paid off in 1997. If you took out money, and then she bought a Sentra, and then she bought this, I'm just explaining something to you, so we're not going back to the year of the flood
Right.
to retrace, because courts are busy.
Right.
To retrace these things, it's just not going to happen.
No, I wasn't asking you.
Fine.
Your Honor.
Good. Now, all right, so we've taken care of your counterclaim with regard to the Wave Runner, the trailer, and the Sea-Doo. Now, say you want $650 that was mistakenly deposited into his IRA account instead of mine.
Yes.
What is that?
Back in April of '99, we both signed up for IRA accounts with our financial advisor to do automatic debits from our checking account. His checks got assigned to my application for the IRA, and my checks got assigned to his application. And so his automatic debits were coming out of my checking account, and mine were going out of his checking account. Once I was aware of the fact...
Just 1 second, madam. He each signs up for $50. Is that what you're telling me?
Every month.
Every month. Well, if he paid his 50 and you paid your 50, that means that
it would be equal. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
But he closed his accounts. He closed his checking account 2 months into the automatic withdrawals.
Fine, then you have to get in touch with the bank.
No, he needs to sign to transfer over the IRAs, in his IRAs in my name and mine in his name.
Is what you're telling me the bank made a mistake?
No, the financial advisor guy made the mistake.
Sue him. Sue him.
All he needs to do is to sign his name saying that he's aware of the mistake.
Then
and
he should
won't
do it.
He won't do it.
This is the first I've ever heard of this, Your Honor. I don't have. If it's her money, she can have it. I don't need it.
Fine. Then you will go with her to the financial
Sure. I
advisor,
don't ha-
and if it's
I
her
don't have a
money,
problem.
fine. Otherwise,
I don't have a problem
sue
with
your
that.
financial advisor. All right. Now, Raymond also took $1,700 worth of savings bonds, $1,200 worth that belonged to me, and $500 that
God.
belonged to my son.
Dude, you're
Yes.
outrageous.
Okay. $1,700 were your savings bonds? Were they in your name?
Yes, my name / my son, Callie Alvarado.
Your Honor, I would never do that. That's
Before he moved out, he went through the whole house, ransacked the house, going
Your
through
Honor, I
anything and
left my stuff
everything.
there, Your Honor.
Just a
Because
second. Shh.
we were currently going through child custody stuff through the court, and
Yeah.
he wanted to
Right.
find anything and everything
That's not right.
to go against me, to make me look bad. And he found my savings bonds because I've always had them hidden, and now they're not there.
So you don't know where they are?
That's not right.
They're no longer in their place.
I would never
Listen
do
to
that.
me.
I would never do
Do
that.
I know you, I would never do anything like that. I don't know whether you would or you wouldn't. She has no proof that you took them, but all she has to do is she has to report them to the U.S. Treasury that they were
really?
lost or stolen,
Right.
because if they're in your name / for one of your children,
Right.
he can do nothing with them if he in fact took them.
Right.
And all you have to do is report them
Okay.
stolen, and you will get replacements.
Oh, okay.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
A gecko, that's like a big lizard.
It's actually a very small lizard. They range about 1 foot to 1.5 feet.
To me, that's a big lizard. Little ones, the ones that you see, little salamanders, you know, that you see, they're real cute, 1 foot and a half. That's a big lizard.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Ramon Alvarado is suing the mother of his 2 children, Randy Shannon Ayala, for some personal items.
Yes.
Your Honor, in our 9 years, Your Honor, I deposited my check directly to our joint account, which I never had a separate checking account. I never dealt with the money. I never dealt with the bonds. I never even knew she had pictures of other men in intimate positions.
I'm not interested in that, sir.
Because I never looked at that stuff. I never looked at that stuff. And she had that in my boy's bedroom. I mean, she had pictures of her and other men in our son's bedroom.
There we go.
Letters and stuff.
Your case, Mr. Alvarado, is dismissed. I've explained why to you with regard to what you are suing, property that you are suing her for. And Ms. Ayala, I've just explained to you why he cannot sell the Sea-Doo, etc., without your permission. And if you want the bonds, write a letter to the U.S. Treasury. That's all. Both cases on the counterclaim is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Whatever the judge said was fine with me.
He's nothing but a joke. I mean, obviously he displayed his irrational behavior at the end, and he's a joke.
And now the next case.
All parties on Hageman versus Hoffman. Step forward, please.
19-year-old casino cashier Lisa Hageman claims former live-in boyfriend, 26-year-old photo lab technician Justin Hoffman, owes her for internet charges. Justin says she kept his pet gecko.
Ms. Hageman, according to your complaint, you and the defendant enjoyed an on-again, off-again relationship, and at some point he moved into your house. Is that right?
Yes.
There was an arrangement for rent, etc. You say he didn't pay all the time, but your lawsuit involves an expense that you claim he owes you.
Yes.
And that is for a hookup for his computer?
DSL service.
What is DSL service? I'm completely illiterate when it comes to computers.
Personally, I'm not all that sure. I know it was to fix the problem we were having with the tie-up of the phone line.
Explain that to me.
Okay, it's a high-speed connection. It doesn't tie up your phone line. Makes your computer run faster and connect to the internet faster. That's basically it.
Is that right?
Yes.
And how much was it?
Altogether about $238.
Do you use the computer?
No, I didn't.
Were these your charges, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have that settled. She paid for that, and you were supposed to pay her back for that?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I'll hear your defense.
Well, I see no discrepancies in her statement. However, what she's neglected to mention is the fact that I had paid her $250 in rent during the week of March the 27th.
And what month's rent was that for?
That was for the month of April.
Yes.
I was kicked out of the apartment during approximately the April the 9th.
Okay. Did he, in fact, give you $250 on or about March 27th?
Yes, he did.
And was that for April's rent?
Yes.
Okay. And did you, in fact, eject him from the apartment?
Yes, I did.
Was that on April the 9th?
Around there, yes.
Okay. Did you refund any part of his $250?
No, I didn't.
Why?
Because he had lived there for so long without paying rent.
Well, you allowed him to.
Yeah.
That's your choice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, you get some credit for that.
Yes, ma'am.
How much notice did she give you before you left?
Less than a week, ma'am.
Okay, you had a falling out or whatever?
No, I asked him just to make sure it was as soon as possible. I told him he could have basically as much time as he wanted.
Did she give you as much time as you wanted?
Negative.
Negative. What did she say?
She told me she wanted me out by the end of the week.
And you were?
Yes.
Did you ask her for any part of your rent back?
No.
Now you say there's another reason why you don't owe her this money.
Yes, it's on the basis of an exotic pet gecko that was my own expenses in purchasing that pet. And
a gecko, that's like a big lizard.
It's actually a very small lizard. They range about 1 foot to 1.5 feet in length.
To me, that's a big lizard.
Yes, ma'am.
Little ones, the ones that you see, little salamanders, you know, that you see, they're real cute. 1 foot and a half. That's a big lizard.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Sounds to me if it's almost a wash. Maybe he owes you a couple of dollars, but that's it. I mean, he lived there for 9 days into the month. That's a third of the month. Giving you some credit for the time that you didn't live in the apartment, but for which you paid rent. Now let's go to this tank. How much was the tank for the gecko?
That was approximately $75.
That was untrue. We called around and got estimates on the aquarium. The estimate we took was $60 for the aquarium and then another $15 for a heat rock, which the gecko needed because they need large amounts of heat. And I gave him the $60 of it.
So he put in 15, right?
Yep.
Now, how much was the gecko?
50.
Is that right?
No, when he told me that he wanted to get the gecko, I asked him how much. He said $40. So I gave him $40.
Was this a present?
No.
Explain how that came about.
He originally was going to get a chinchilla, and when he mentioned that he could also get a gecko, I said that I wanted the gecko.
Do you like dogs and cats?
I also have a cat.
All right, well, he gets some credit for the rent that he paid you, that he did not enjoy because he did not live there because you asked him to leave for 2/3 of the month, and he gets a $15 credit for the difference that he paid for this aquarium that you decided you wanted to keep, which means that he owes you $150. Judgment for the plaintiff, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
There were a lot of issues we didn't talk about.
I'm just glad the book is closed.
The reason why he was kicked out was because he pushed me, and there were other instances where he had thrown things at me.
Your daughter seems to be running the show.
Yeah.
So first you were a villain, then he was a villain, now you're okay. Do you understand?
Yes.
Their teen throws tantrums.
Teenagers who are the children of divorce will always use one against the other. So you're 17 and a half years old, you're neither working or going to school. Where's the boyfriend? Button up your shirt. Nice if you come to court, and don't show me your undershirt. Been divorced.
Since August of 1985.
And you have how many children together?
One.
That's this young lady, I assume, right here.
Yes.
Tell me your first name.
Chantel.
How old are you?
17.
Chantel, do you think you've been an easy teenager?
I've had my ups and downs, but I really wasn't a bad teenager, no.
But ups and downs?
Yeah, ups and downs, of course.
This lawsuit is about a time that you were living with your father.
Yes.
You had lived with your father once before when you were younger, and then you lived with your mother, and then you ran away, and you lived with somebody else, and then ultimately you ended up with your father for a while.
Yes.
And that didn't work out.
No, Your Honor.
And you left.
Yes, I did. He was never there because he had to
And
work
you left.
all the time. I'm serious.
Your father says that when you left him a $400 long-distance phone bill, and he sold the bedroom furniture to pay for the phone bill, right?
That's correct.
So I have a couple of questions. Who bought the bedroom furniture?
I did, Your Honor.
When?
It was September 3rd of close to 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
I drove up to Seattle and helped my ex move some things out of storage that she had in storage, and some of the items that were in there was a bedroom suite that did belong to my daughter, and
That was purchased by your former wife?
correct. And I brought it back to Portland and to my house, and I set her up in a bedroom there.
Great. And how long did your daughter live with you?
She moved in last May, and she stayed with me until the 29th of February of this year, Your Honor.
What happened in February?
Well, it was kind of a long road from May to February. I tried to...
Okay, let's keep it a very short road.
Okay.
The short road is things weren't working out?
Yeah, there were some frustrations, difficulties, discipline problems.
Okay. Did you ask her to leave, or did she leave on her own?
She left on her own, Your Honor.
Tell me about it.
I came home Tuesday from work, and there was a car parked in my driveway, Idaho license plates on it. I had no idea who owned the car. All I know that it was from Idaho. When I came into the house, I just went to see where my daughter was, and she was sound asleep on her bed downstairs, and there was this other person wandering through my house at that time.
The other person was of the male or female
That was a
persuasion?
female, Your Honor. I don't know her approximate age, but I imagine 17, 18, 19, something like that.
Okay.
At that time, that kind of really agitated me because we'd been going through this. I'd asked my daughter repeatedly not to bring people over unless I had a chance to meet them, and if I approved them of them, then it was fine. But she just disregarded that and just did as she pleased. I went upstairs and I found that there was some liquor taken out of my cupboard upstairs. And I confronted my daughter with it, and at that time she said to me, "It's not my problem, it's no big deal, it's my problem." And at that point I just got kind of really frustrated, and I told her, I said, "Chantel, I think what we need to do here is I'm going to come home tomorrow, I'm going to put you on the bus, and you back up to your mom for a couple of days. I want to kind of sort things out here as what we can do, because things aren't going very good here right now." At that point, when I told her what I was going to do, she just blew up and started ranting and raving and cursing at me. And she left with a friend, or that person that was there. And
Okay, so you told her that you were going to send her back to her mom's for a while, but she just left with the friend
that's correct,
in the car from Idaho.
Yes.
Where did you go when you left with your friend from Idaho?
I had went to my boyfriend's house, and I stayed the night.
Boyfriend?
Yeah, my boyfriend Sean Kelly. And
how long did you stay at his house?
2 nights.
Did anybody know where you were?
Did
you call your mom?
Yeah, I tried to call her. I did call her.
Try. No.
Actually, I did call her, but I didn't get to talk to her. No.
So nobody knew where you were? Your mother or your father didn't know where you were at the time?
No.
Okay. So after 2 nights at your boyfriend's house, where did you go?
I went to my mother's house.
Who drove you there?
Bristol.
The girl that you were with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And when for the first time did you ask your dad for your furniture back?
Right after I moved out. And he told me that I owed him a phone bill, and I told him, yes, I'm sorry. I currently didn't have a job at the time, and I was in the position of getting one. But I told him I would be more than happy to make one. And
make a what?
A payment plan.
Mm-hmm.
And that he said he wanted everything in full right now, or, you know, I'm selling the furniture. He called me and said that he had a buyer for the furniture, and that if I didn't have it by Friday, that it was gone. And me and my mother, we drove down there the following weekend and to go get the furniture, and we popped in as a surprise, and he said that he had sold it. So
popped in as a surprise?
Yeah, like, so we didn't let him know we were coming, so he couldn't, like, we caught him off guard, you know. And so he said that he had sold the furniture.
Mr. Gerton, let me tell you what your problems are, sir. Teenagers very often have very expensive phone bills. It's nice if teenagers pay them, but you can't set off her phone bill against furniture that you neither bought nor paid for. Her mother bought the furniture. Now, if you said to me, I sold the furniture was there in my house for my daughter to use when she was living with me, she's no longer living with me, I sold it, I would say you're absolutely right. But you got the furniture from her mother. You can't sell that furniture. And you can't sue your daughter for a phone bill, because she's a minor. I had a lot of teenagers. $400 for a phone bill is a lot of money. Sometimes I would have had a big smiley on my face if the phone bill was only $400. You got it? Mm-hmm. It seems to me that the two of you should be working together, even though you're not married anymore, because your daughter seems to be running the show. Yeah. You understand? You couldn't have thought that your former husband was such a bad guy if you said you try to take care of her for a while, because she's beyond me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
That's what happens with teenagers, especially teenagers who are the children of divorce. Sometimes they like their mothers, sometimes they like their fathers, but they will always use one against the other.
And later today,
I put shaving cream on the side of her garage.
Why?
I was retaliating.
So far, you're honest. I give you that. Dumb, but honest.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Chantal Gerton says her father, Richard Gerton, won't return her bedroom furniture.
So first you were a villain, then he was a villain. Now you're okay. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's what happens with teenagers, especially teenagers who are the children of divorce. Sometimes they like their mothers, sometimes they like their fathers, but they will always use one against the other. If you allow that to happen, you're being a fool. But you're entitled to the money for your furniture back because you paid for it. Let me see the bills for the furniture. Chantel, are you going to school?
Yeah,
that suggests to me that that's not a quick yes.
I'll be starting in next month.
All right, so you see, the answer is no, you are not going to school. Are you working?
No.
So you're 17 and a half years old. You're neither working or going to school. Where's the boyfriend? How close does he live to you?
He lives with his friend next to me in Everett.
You live with a friend?
Yeah.
Not yet. Yes.
Yes.
Button up your shirt. Nice. If you come to court, don't show me your undershirt. Do you work?
Yes, I work.
For whom?
A roofing company.
Hmm?
A roofing company.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Well, how much did you pay? $23.93?
Yes, Your Honor.
$23.93. And what is this for? Is this the same agreement?
There's one for the stereo amount, balance owing.
And what's the balance owing on the stereo?
$1,300 plus tax.
What'd you do with the stereo?
I sold it, Your Honor.
It's $36.93. That's what it comes to. Bedroom set and the stereo. How much did you sell it for?
$450.
It's going to cost you $36.93 to replace it. Judgment for the plaintiff, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She's done numerous things in the past where she hasn't been accountable, and my only intent was trying to make her become accountable for some of the things she did.
I really did want to get to know my father and become close with him, but that didn't happen, and I'm hoping someday maybe there could be a chance.
Hey, sweetie.
And now the next case.
All parties on Radford versus Talbot. Step forward, please.
41-year-old Valerie Radford is suing her neighbors, Dwayne Talbot, his wife Terry, and their daughter, 16-year-old Ashley. Valerie says Ashley vandalized her garage with shaving cream.
Are you the daughter?
Yes.
You're the daughter who did the damage?
Yes.
Are you their neighbor?
Yes.
Father?
Yes.
Mother?
Yes.
Who are you?
Insurance broker.
Sit down, please. Shh. What kind of damage did you do to the plaintiff's house?
I put shaving cream on the side of her garage.
Why?
I was retaliating because her son threatened my brother.
What did the side of her garage have to do with that?
Well, I just got it with shaving cream.
Now, what did putting shaving cream on the side of her house, is the garage attached to the house?
Yes.
What did that have to do with this childhood squabble?
Well, I wasn't going to use eggs because eggs damage too much, and so I was just like...
What were you going to do anything for?
Because I was retaliating from what her son said to my brother.
Well, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
When did you do that?
It'll be a year in June.
Did she catch you doing it?
Yes.
Did you do it during the day or at night?
Night.
Did you expect to be caught?
No.
So far, you're honest. I give you that. Dumb, but honest.
Yes.
And your lawsuit is to be compensated for the damage that was done.
Yes.
To the side of your house.
Yes.
Do you have photographs of the house?
Yes, I do. And it's not just the garage, it's the stucco. And that's the problem. It can't be removed from the stucco.
Thank you. Is this that line?
Yes.
That's there? Did you try washing it off?
Yes.
When were these pictures taken?
About a week after.
Have you seen these pictures? Would you show them, please, to the defendants? So did you get estimates to paint
Yes, I did. I have 3.
Can I see them, please?
The problem, my house is 10 years old. We moved in the neighborhood about the same year, and the paint can't be rematched. I mean, they brought books to try to match it. That's why they said the house has to be repainted. Because it's 10 years old, I mean, you know, the cracks and the normal wear and tear will have to absorb that, but it's just that we wouldn't be having to paint our house right now if this didn't happen.
Okay. Who do you want me to hear from?
The night that it happened, Valerie's husband came down to the house, told me what had happened. Ashley and I walked down, went immediately to talk to Valerie, and Valerie told us in no uncertain terms that she wanted us to do nothing, that it had already been taken care of. She then said that we should turn it over to our homeowner's insurance because her homeowner's insurance had said that ours should pay for it, which is exactly what I did. Now, the whole time I have admitted there's been I never challenged the fact of actually doing it. This is the size can of shaving cream. This is exactly. We turned it into our insurance agent. The insurance agent, which I have here, Ted, the adjuster went out. There was no damage.
Well, there is damage.
Well,
there is damage.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She and her children have flipped us off. She has used her profanity.
It's ridiculous. I mean, her daughter was 100% wrong. It's also 100% juvenile.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Valerie Radford says neighbor 16-year-old Ashley Talbot vandalized her garage with shaving cream.
You're the agent.
And I wasn't aware that anybody came to my home.
They didn't have to go into your home to look at it, so we may have gone out. What is your last name, sir?
Talbot.
Well, their last name is Talbot. Are you related to them?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you related?
This is my brother Dwayne.
They do all of their insurance through your company?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you go out to look at the property?
Property was looked at after the claim was turned in August. It was observed. The case was negotiated with the adjuster, with the other party, and per the records that I've got, it was closed on October 6th.
What do you mean it was? I don't understand that. You mean the two adjusters got together from the two insurance companies? Who got together?
The insurance company got together with, I was informed, spoke with the defendant.
With the plaintiff?
Plaintiff, sorry. The case has been closed as of October 6th.
Well, but did you ever get a check from the insurance company?
I was never notified. No one ever spoke with me about it. The only thing I've gotten is being called names when I drive through the neighborhood. And
well, that's ridiculous. You have no proof that your company ever paid out a claim?
No.
Well, then it wasn't settled, because if the adjuster went out and spoke to them and your company closed the file, then it closed the file erroneously because she was never compensated, according to you.
That is correct.
So what are you doing here? Do you have anything to add to this case?
Nothing further.
Perfect. Sit down.
When Valerie talks about calling names, first of all, we very, very, very seldom drive by her home. That's number one.
No, when I drive
Number two is every time she has driven by our house, she and her children have flipped us off. She has used her profanity. Even in public places, she has used her profanity. All that we asked was for this to be over and to leave us alone.
Well, first we have to resolve this issue of the house. I've read your answer, and your answer suggests that this was just some shaving cream and it can be washed off. But I've seen the photographs, and it certainly appears that there is some, and I agree, minor discoloration between where you put the shaving cream and the house. Minor. Unfortunately, to make it right, she will be forced to repaint it and power wash it because of what you did, if she wants it to look the same. So it's going to cost you more then, and I think that you have to take that up with your brother-in-law. I mean, your brother-in-law did not do the right thing if it was closed. That's ridiculous. You have homeowner's insurance. Your homeowner's insurance should cover that. This is not difficult. The money part isn't difficult. The other part is more difficult. You have children?
Yes, I do.
You have boys?
2 boys and a girl.
Is it the boys that are having trouble with her son?
And they're 19 years of age. Mine is.
Well, you all got to get your boys in tow, because your boys are going to move out of the house, hopefully sooner rather than later, and you're going to be left as neighbors.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I mean, her daughter was 100% wrong. There's no question about that, but it's also 100% juvenile, and certainly not a good example for children, for your children, or your children, I don't know who's right or wrong, to see their parents acting in an inappropriate way. You would agree with that, right?
Yes.
You would agree with that, right?
Yes.
So if your boys are behaving badly, don't encourage them by setting a bad example. And in addition, if you're neighbors, you live next door to each other. It's terrible to have to pull into a driveway and feel uncomfortable to have to walk down the street, to have to drive your car down the street and have your back up all the time. It's ridiculous. Life is too short. Ladies, life is much too short. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,200. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Well, I really think that the ultimate outcome should be that we have no more vandalism on our home, that we don't have to listen to any more profanity, and that we be left alone.
Well, I'm just thankful that it went the way that it did, and I want these people to leave us alone.
Were you strapped in a car in your seatbelt?
No.
And what about your brother?
No.
And your little sister?
No, she was sitting on my lap.
That time she was 1 year old.
Yes.
And was she sitting on your lap when the car was moving?
Yes.
A tragedy waiting to happen.
You had 5 children in the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Wilson, you left the 5 children in the car. There was a time that you provided daycare for the defendant's 3 children. According to your complaint, as a result of some scandalous and slanderous remarks that the defendant made, you lost income.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And you want her to compensate you for that.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your oldest daughter?
Yes.
And you have 2 little
Yes.
ones, toddlers?
Yes.
How many days a week did you take care of?
Sunday through Thursday.
From what time to what time?
From 6:30 to 3 o'clock.
You were going to work, I assume?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have children of your own?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are they?
11 and 4.
When did the trouble begin?
March 22nd.
And tell me what happened.
Chantel had told me after
That's Chantel?
Yes. After I picked them up from the babysitter, from her house, she had told me that Rhoda had left him in the car alone while she went inside 2 stores, and she had the keys in the car. She had the car running also. She didn't wake up till 10 in the morning. I dropped them off at 6:30. They didn't eat breakfast. As soon as they woke up, she said, Rhoda said, come on, it's time to go. She didn't have my 1-year-old, she was 1 year, she was 1 then. She didn't have her in a car seat. She had my son, it wasn't in a car seat, he was in a, like a carrier, and she didn't have him strapped in. And Tiara, my youngest daughter, was sitting on Chantel's lap in the car. And she also didn't have my permission to take them from her house.
To take them off the premises?
Mm-hmm.
Had she ever taken them off the premises before?
Not that I know of, no.
Do you remember coming home and telling your mom about this car ride that you took?
Yes.
You wanted to come up here so we can talk. Tell me your name again.
Chantel.
And you're 9?
Yes.
What grade are you in school?
4th. I'm going to 4th.
You do well in school?
Yes.
Good. Tell me what you told her.
I told her that we woke up until 10 and we didn't...
What do you mean you woke up until 10?
I mean, Miss Rhoda woke up until 10. And
well, she didn't get up until 10. Who took care of you from 6:30 to 10?
Nobody. She just kept waking up and didn't check in on us.
Where were the babies?
Sleep. And somewhere I woke up, my sister was woke.
So you told your mom about this business in the car. Were you strapped in a car in your seatbelt?
No.
And what about your brother?
No.
And your little sister?
No, she was sitting on my lap.
How old is your little sister?
1. Now she's 2.
But at that time she was 1 year old?
Yes.
Now when you say she was sitting on your lap, were you sitting in the front of the car or in the back of the car?
Back.
And was she sitting on your lap when the car was moving?
Yes.
Have a seat over there with your mom. Okay. So after your daughter told you about this, what did you do?
I was mad, and the next day I went over there to get my son's pacifier from Rhoda.
And what happened?
She asked me how come I hadn't brought them, and I told her why, and we were arguing.
So the next day you didn't bring your children back?
No.
Did you file any report?
With the police and with the Gary County Health Department.
And when did you do that?
The health department, I did that the next day. The police, I think I did that about, I'd say 5 to 7 days after I had filed it with the health department.
Can you tell me why you, after you notified the health department, which I assume licenses you, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why you notified the police?
Because they didn't contact me back right away. I wanted to make sure that something would be done about it.
How many other children were in your care at the time you were taking care of Miss Dixon's children?
14.
14 children?
Yes, I did 18 hours straight, 7 days a week.
14 children?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying the same time. I'm sorry. It was my 4-year-old, my 11-year-old, the 13-year-old, and his brother David, which is 6 years old.
And her 3 children?
And her 3 children.
It's a lot of children to take care of. Okay, now is it that complaint to the health department and to the police department that you are complaining of today?
No, my complaint is, Your Honor, is the slander. She made a police report saying that I left her kids in the car by themselves and went shopping in Walmart. That's the complaint, Your Honor.
Yes.
That's the slander, and that's the slander that she spread it all over Junction City, stating that I left her kids in the car and went shopping in Walmart, and how she got my contract taken away from the state. She was bragging about that.
Well, let's go back a second, Miss Wilson. You did, in fact, go out to run a couple of quick errands with the children. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you supposed to take the children off premises in a car when you're taking care of them?
With a signed permission slip, Your Honor.
Do you have a signed permission slip from her?
No, ma'am.
So that you had no right to take them off the premises?
Verbally, she told me, she asked me if it was okay for her to work 2 hours overtime. The 2 hours overtime that I was working for her, Your Honor, was my off time. She called and asked about if it was okay for her to work 2 hours overtime. I said, yeah. I said, but I have to run a couple of errands. That's what I told her. But I said, yeah, you go ahead and work 2 hours overtime.
Did you have a signed permission slip from her to take her children off the premises?
No, ma'am.
The answer is no.
No, ma'am.
So you're not allowed to take her children off the premises?
Verbally? Well, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You took other children in the car with you, too, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children other than the defendant's children were in the car?
It was Xavier, the 13-year-old, David, my 4-year-old, and her 3.
So you had 5 children in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
How many car seats did you have in the car?
I had 1 car seat.
And who was using that car seat?
The baby.
Which baby?
Romeo, the 12-month-old, was in the car seat.
That's her baby?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old is the next oldest child?
The next oldest was her child, I guess she 18 months.
Was that child in a car seat?
No, ma'am.
You know that's against the law.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I went in and out of those places, Your
Doesn't
Honor.
make any difference. You left 5 children in the car for a moment.
And later today,
Madam, why did you sign the back of the check?
Let me see, because I don't know.
It's a check made out to cash. You cashed the check.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Daycare provider Rhoda Wilson says client Adrian Dixon damaged her reputation with slander. Adrian says Rhoda neglected her children.
Where was the first stop you made?
The first stop I made was at the cleaners, Your Honor.
You left 5 children in the car and ran into the cleaners.
It was driving cleaners, Your Honor. My car was right there by the door.
You left the children in the car for a moment.
With the 13-year-old.
For a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, where was the second place that you went?
The Quick Sack.
What is that?
That's a convenience store.
And what did you have to buy there?
The bread and the vanilla wafers for my PM snack.
And did you take all 5 children into that store with you?
No, ma'am.
So, Miss Wilson, you left the 5 children in the car alone. I don't have to go any further with you. Were you issued any sort of citation?
All they got me for was improper seat belting.
Did you take a plea, or did you go to trial?
I went to trial, Your Honor.
Oh, you did, and you were found guilty?
Of not properly seat belting.
So you were found guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if you were found guilty, Miss Wilson, you were found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, which means that you can't now bring this lawsuit against her for complaining about things, some of which you were found guilty of. And if your complaint, Miss Wilson, is that the defendant told people about it, she could do that.
Your Honor, I didn't leave her kids in the car by themselves and was shopping at no Walmart.
So you didn't go to Walmart, so you went to the cleaners and you went to get your vanilla wafers. What difference does it make?
I went in and out of those places, Your Honor.
Doesn't make any difference. Do you know how long it takes a child, a 4-year-old, to put a car in gear, even if there were no keys in the car, we haven't even gotten to the fact whether the keys were in or out of the car, but let's say you were smart enough to take the keys with you, which I'm not so sure about, and one of the children, one of the toddlers, got there and moved the gear shift so that the car was placed in drive and started to roll with 5 children in the car.
Your Honor, it was just that I volunteered to work 2 hours overtime for her, and it was my off hours. I was planning. I didn't need the jeans. I didn't need the jeans, Your Honor. I just needed the bread and the vanilla wafers, and I could have done that if I wouldn't have worked overtime.
Just a second. Then you say I can't work overtime. You don't take the job to work overtime, Miss Wilson, and then do the wrong thing. Yes. You didn't need the jeans, and you do without the vanilla wafers if you agreed to work 2 hours overtime. You were going to get paid for 2 hours overtime, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Miss Wilson, you don't have a case. The case is dismissed, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Come on. She slandered and lied about everything in a police report. Junction City is so small, it's like air freshener. You spray a little bit, it's all over, but matter of seconds.
She's mad because she lost her contract and she can't get no more money for not doing the job that she was supposed to be doing. She was doing the job wrong.
And now the next case.
All parties on Hayes versus Macy. Step forward, please.
19-year-old student Michael Hayes is suing former live-in girlfriend, 18-year-old telemarketer Dina Massey, for the return of belongings bought with an insurance settlement.
There was a time when you were living together when your house burned down. Is that right?
That's correct.
How long had you been living in that house?
We've been living there for about, I say, 8 or 9 months.
After the house burned down, you got an insurance settlement check.
Mm-hmm.
And how much was that for?
$5,700.
It was $5,400.
Oh, $5,400. Some of that money was spent on furnishing a new place, right? And some of the money was spent for a car that you have. So is it a fair statement that all of the money that was used to purchase the new furniture for the new house came from this insurance money?
That's correct.
Is that correct?
No. My daughter's bedroom, somebody from school donated it. My bathroom, I paid for out of my my income tax return, which I have right here.
I didn't say all the furniture in the whole place was purchased from this money, but the money that was used to purchase the new furniture that you still have came from this pot of $5,400.
Right.
Is that right?
Right.
He wants to be reimbursed for that because he says that the renter's insurance was in his name. Is that right?
That's correct.
You say that he got the car.
Right.
And that also was paid for out of this $5,400, so that you're even.
Right.
Okay, so I have a few questions.
Okay. The check was for $5,400, if that's what she said. I think it was $57. The car that I brought was only $1,000.
No.
Yeah, her daughter's bedroom.
No.
Just a second.
Yes, her daughter's bed was donated to us by the school, but the rest of the house I had brought and paid for with the
Okay, so
insurance
I have some
money.
questions. Why don't you let me ask my questions?
Okay.
How were you paying all of your bills? Were you putting this into a joint checking account and paying your bills from a joint checking account when you were living together, or were you each taking care of certain bills?
Well, she's like a control freak. So when I had my checks, I gave her the money. You could pay, I didn't give her the money, but I told her, being that she had that checking account where we both had a joint account, you just go ahead, pay the light and the gas, pay all the bills, and I just give her the money just to keep her mouth closed.
All right. So if that's true, what you're telling me is she put her money in to pay some bills and you put your money in to pay some bills?
No, my half of the money went to the bills that was in my name, like the light, the gas, and the rent to the house. And her half of the money went to things that was in her name, like the phone, cable, and whatever else.
The rent is in her bill, the rent, the phone. Where you rent your furniture from?
Oh, you were renting from Rent-A-Center.
Well, how was you paying for it and you don't have a job?
Don't speak.
I was paying for that
Don't
through the
speak to
welfare
each
check.
other. Now, when you took out this renter's insurance, who did you take it out from?
United Insurance Company.
Okay,
And
can I see that policy, please?
I don't have the policy with me. I wasn't able to get that. I had insurance for the things that was mine. She didn't have insurance for what was hers. So when the house had burnt down, her things in the house was left in the fire.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She wanted the car in her name and her mom's name because she said she didn't feel like she had enough security. The house was in my name and the furniture and everything was in my name.
Because he tries to pull stuff like this.
No.
That's why.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Michael Hayes says former live-in girlfriend Dina Massey owes him for half the value of their belongings.
Let me see what you purchased with that check.
I have receipts for like the big items, for like the furniture and the bedroom suite, but all like the miscellaneous items, the receipts is in the house with her, but I do have some receipts.
Let me see.
And I would just like to say, he said he spent $1,400 on his car. No, I have a check right here. It says $2,100
No,
for
actually,
his car.
I have a receipt saying I paid $1,000 for the car. Here you go.
$2,100 out cash for the car. He spent it on, you know, for stuff inside the car.
Let me see her check.
And I have all the checks too.
Let me see. Check. You have a check here for $2,100 that's made out to cash, that's signed by him.
And it says car in a memo.
Just a second. That you endorsed.
What do you mean? I endorsed it.
You endorsed it. It was made out to cash, and you got the money. Take a look at the back of the check.
I didn't get the money for that.
It's not made out to a car dealership.
No, what we did was we rode to the bank. We wrote a check for $2,100 in cash. He put the memo. It says car. He took $2,100 out for the car. Okay.
No.
Why did he? Just a second, madam. Why did you sign the back of the check?
Let me see, because I don't know. I know we got $2,100 out for the car. But he signed the front of it.
I know he signed the front of it. It's a check made out to cash. You cashed the check.
Yeah, I cashed the check.
You cashed the check.
I gave him the money. We went and we drove and we looked around for cars. It was supposed to be our car. It wasn't just his car.
No, it was my car.
No, it wasn't just your car.
She was going on this trip, like she was like a power trip or something. I don't know what was wrong with her. She wanted the car in her name and her mom's name because she said she didn't feel like she had enough seniority, or, you know, she wanted some seniority, so she wanted my car in her name because the house was in my name and the furniture and everything was in my name.
Because he tries to pull stuff like this.
No.
That's why.
Let's say you paid $2,000 for the car, okay?
But
let's say you got $5,400. What Miss Massey is saying is, since each of you was contributing money to the house, she should have some benefit from this insurance money as well.
But we both lived there and we both was on a lease. I had we had a nice house. I had renter's insurance for the things that was matched. She could have did the same thing.
Show me the policy.
I wasn't able to get it, but I had
don't
the
just
checks.
on some items.
You're absolutely right, Miss Massey.
House.
You're absolutely
And
right.
I had,
and the whole house was mine.
The whole house is not yours.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Was the furniture that burned down rental furniture?
Yes, it was rental furniture.
Who paid the rental company?
I did.
There must have been a balance due for their furniture.
He didn't.
Ben's that the couch and a love seat that we had from Rent Center was still there. They was able to come in and take their stuff, so we wouldn't have to, you know, I wasn't liable for it no more.
What do you mean? You mean everything burned down except their furniture?
Everything didn't burn down, just the couch and the chair burnt down. Everything else was smoke damage.
So are you telling me nobody paid Rent a Center for their furniture?
They came and
They got their furniture
They got
back.
it back. They took it back.
They took it back. I guess they were going to fix it or whatever. I don't know what they were going to do to it.
You want me to believe they came and took back this
did.
couch and
They
they didn't say to you, you have insurance, you have to pay us?
No, they came and took it. Ben's that, I don't know, the couch had caught a fire, and they said I don't know, they just came and took it back.
I don't know either. I don't know either. You have the car?
Yes, I do.
You have the car? You got the furniture?
Right.
Goodbye.
All right, excuse you may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He's been abusing me for the last 5-6 years, and I was done. I can't take it no more.
She said I beat her up, I pushed her arms behind her back, and I'm 145 soaking wet. She's like 4'10". How am I going to put her arms behind her back, beat her up and all this, you know, without her crushing me or slamming me or something?
I got what I deserved, and I told him what comes around goes around, and he got his.
The girl is crazy, man. I don't want nothing else to do with her. I'm glad.
These two people lived together for 17 years.
He lived on her, Your Honor.
This is the person your sister chose to live with.
No love lost on her lost sister's love.
He went from being a loving person to a person that was vindictive and treating my sister like dog, poo.
Miss Wells, let me explain something to you. Nobody looks into somebody else's bedroom. Wells, is this your daughter?
Yes.
Your first name is?
Connie.
Connie, you were one of a twin.
Yes, I was.
And your twin sister died.
Yes.
What was her name?
Carolyn.
When did she pass?
April the 16th.
Mr. Smith, you lived with Carolyn for 17 years.
Yes, I did.
You never married.
No, we didn't.
Is there any reason that you never married?
Yes, we discussed getting married, but for various reasons, mainly monetary reasons, we kept putting it off.
She had a kidney condition?
She was a diabetic.
Okay.
She had kidney failure.
And she died without a will. And the only monetary property that she had was an insurance policy. And there were two beneficiaries on the insurance policy, her mother and Mr. Smith.
Yes.
How much was that insurance policy?
42.
It was for $44,000. The money was divided equally between Dolores Wells and myself.
Okay. It is your claim that Mr. Smith has property that belongs to your sister and your daughter that should rightfully be yours.
Well, actually, he has pictures of me and her as children, 7 months old, baby pictures that I could never get again. And he has all.
Okay, just 1 second. Do you have any objection giving her twin the pictures of the two of them as
None
children?
whatsoever.
Fine, we've just taken care of the pictures. What else?
Well, actually, I just want her personal belongings.
Personal belongings is very, very nebulous. You tell me exactly what it is that you think you are entitled to.
I think I'm entitled to her driving license plus a social security number card.
Why would you want that? Just because for sentimental reasons?
No. It's due to the fact because Mr. Smith refused to let me have anything converted but what she had, and he changed locks, wouldn't even see. I was there, and I was the one that was taking care of her. I wouldn't even got this back, which is mine. I let her use my ring to go on vacation 1 year, and if I hadn't got it during the process of being there, I wouldn't have been able to get my ring because he refused to even invite us over to the house to get anything.
Well, it depends upon what you wanted to get. You have any problem giving her mother her social security card?
No, I don't.
And her driver's license?
No, I don't.
Fine, those things you can have along with the pictures. What else?
Actually, we want all her personal things.
You keep saying all her personal things.
She had 1,000 movie collection tapes. She had
just a second. No, but just a second. Now you're talking different story. Now you're not talking sentimental things. Now you're talking things that are worth money. These two people lived together for 17 years.
He lived on her, Your Honor.
Whether he lived on her or not, this is the person your sister chose to live with. You just can't say, I want property. I want all her property.
Okay, my problem is, okay, Judge, this man has a double life he's been living. All of a sudden, he went from being a loving person to a person that was vindictive and treating my sister like dog, poo.
Miss Wells, let me explain something to you. Nobody looks into somebody else's bedroom.
We were there.
You or your mother. Your sister was an adult. She chose this man for 17 years, longer than most marriages. The fact that she is gone now doesn't give you license to look into their relationship and say, I don't like it. Doesn't give you license to do that. It's a very foolish thing for you to do. Sometimes dealing with death, it's easier to be angry with someone, to vent it in anger than to feel the pain that somebody died. So it's very easy to be angry with this man rather than feeling the sadness of your sister's passing. That happens. It's a very natural thing, but it's a very unhealthy thing. So the things that these two people accumulated, irrespective of whose money paid for it, he has in his possession in his home. There are certain personal effects that I can understand you and your mother may want.
Well, he told me that I can have all her clothes. Okay, I'm the only one that can fit her clothes, but I mean, he hasn't brought all of her clothes to me. He brought a couple of little items, maybe a jacket or something, but my sister has a wardrobe.
Do you have any clothes
Yes, Your Honor. I took 5 bags of clothing and a box of shoes and other personal effects of Carolyn's to them, and Connie told me not to bring anything else because they didn't have any room.
When did you do that, Mr. Smith?
I did that about a month ago or more. And
is that true?
It's true, but...
All right, that's all. I don't want to hear but. So he did bring over clothing and
brought
shoes.
a box of clothing, some material.
No, he said 5 bags of clothing.
It wasn't 5. He brought a bag of clothing, he brought a bag of material, and he bought the old raggedy shoes that she wore when she died.
Come on. You're talking $5,000 here. $5,000 doesn't fit old clothes. What else do you want?
My sister had stuff she never wore.
Listen to me.
Well, I want her albums.
You can't have her albums.
He already told me I can have them.
Then he'll give them to you. I'm not awarding you money for them. What?
May I? She also had cash in her savings account. She just had got her income tax. It was $1,500 that she put in her savings, plus she had $200 worth of quarters, which was in their bedroom. And when I went there to look in there, they was not there.
What did you go in there to look in there for?
I was sleeping in there.
What did you go in their room to
and
look
she
in their
sent
room?
me in there to get medication and stuff.
What did you go and look at her quarters for?
Because I don't want
This
to
is a couple.
Okay.
This is a couple.
All right.
He didn't treat her like
That's
they were a
not
couple.
for you to say, madam.
Okay.
That is not for you to say. Your sister lived with him. For whatever it was, they brought each other a certain amount of pleasure and comfort. Otherwise, your sister wouldn't have stayed. Now that she's not here anymore, it's not the time for you to have bad feelings with this man.
We have not treated this man bad at all. We haven't even called him or nothing.
Just a minute. Did you want to go into his house and take out property that you thought you were entitled to?
Well, I
no.
I was
The answer is either yes or no.
Yes, I did.
Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. For all intents and purposes, this was a couple of a very, very long-standing relationship. Where the heck do you come off going into their home to take property that you believe is yours?
He just had a private life.
That's not your business.
He has a problem coming out of the closet.
Listen, I don't want to hear that, Miss Wells. I'm totally disinterested in it.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He beat her up. Then she couldn't walk for 3 months. Then she died right after that.
You're talking about things. How will that make your deceased sister feel better?
And later today,
We were all playing hide and go seek, and I tried to push the door open.
And you must have pushed it pretty hard. The door on his house got broken.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Connie Wells and her mother, Dolores Wells, say Malcolm Smith won't return the belongings of Connie's deceased sister. Malcolm says he's given the Wells everything that was hers.
You're not paying attention to me. I'm saying to you, get over it. Get over the anger. Your sister is gone.
This man want her my sister before she could not even walk anymore. He beat her up. Then she couldn't walk for 3 months. Then she died right after that. We don't know what he did to her.
Listen. You're talking about things.
See, this
you're
man,
talking about, and you're not even talking about that because you're not suing him for it. I'm speaking. You're not even talking about things. You're suing him, not for the things. You're talking about suing him for $5,000. How will that make your deceased sister feel better?
Only reason we sued him is because he brought us Pampers and bed sheets that a week after my sister died, and he could have threw that stuff away, but he brought it just to be funny.
And plus he know where I live. It was a letter addressed to me that came to his house. He opened it. This is it right here, y'all.
Let me say it. Was this all before or after you tried to get into the house when he changed the locks?
We haven't tried to get in the house. He changed it the moment she died.
Okay.
He bought a new car, you know, and
Carolyn's. Just a second. This is Carolyn's disability check, the last one for 4 days. They said the last one goes to the next of kin. Fill out and sign the back for Carolyn's last check. What does that mean? Did he send you the check?
No. He sent her the paper to fill out that she had to send to the unemployment office or the disability office. That was inside the letter that he sent to my mother.
Fine. So did she send the papers back?
Yeah.
But I haven't got no information from it.
Just a second. Fine. That's not his fault. He sent you the form, and he told you what to do on the form.
He opened
He said,
her
fill
letter.
it out and sign it and send it back for Carolyn's last check. What's wrong with that?
The letter that came to my mother was in her name, her address. It wasn't his to open like he did.
The letter that she's referring to was addressed to Carolyn Wells, to our address. And I opened to look at it to see what it was. When I realized what it was, I wrote that little note and mailed it to her. And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with it, Mr. Smith. Will you see to it that the plaintiffs get any baby pictures?
I sure
the
will.
Baby pictures. Her mother would like her driver's license for whatever reason and her social security card. Is there anything else that you have in the house that you believe that they would want that you are prepared to give them?
I'm prepared to give Connie record albums, like she said.
Fine.
They are already boxed and ready to go, and more clothes of Carolyn and personal effects.
What personal effects?
Like jewelry, cosmetics, female personal effects.
Okay.
I still don't feel like it's fair because he's picking out what he wants to give
You
up.
cannot go into this man's house and pick and choose from his things what you want.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's our excuse. You may step out.
Oh, you guys are so lucky I didn't get up there. This man here, okay? This man here has been real physical with my sister when she could not walk, okay? And he's been a bum.
I think the motivation was behind Carolyn's life insurance, that the fact that Connie Wells was not on it, her twin sister, and her mother and myself was.
And now the next case.
All parties on Terry versus Ocasio. Step forward, please.
43-year-old electrician Steve Terry says Tanya Ocasio's 13-year-old son, Ricky Hill, damaged a door to his home.
What's your first name, sir?
Ricky.
Step up here, Ricky. You're his mother?
Yes.
You weren't there?
No.
Have a seat. You're his father?
Yes, ma'am.
You weren't there?
Correct.
Have a seat. Step up here. What's your first name?
Steven.
Okay. How old are you, Ricky?
13.
How do you know the plaintiff?
We've been friends for a couple of years.
But there came a time a couple of years ago where you weren't as good friends, is that right?
A few times, yes.
Problems over some stolen property from his house?
Yes.
He said that he thought that you had taken some property from his house. Is that right?
Yes.
And after that time, did you still remain good friends?
Yes, pretty good friends.
Were you allowed in his house?
No. His dad didn't let me in his house.
That was after the incident where things were taken out of the house, is that right?
Yes.
Something happened with the door to his house, which is what this case is about. That the door on his house got broken.
Yes.
Now I want you to tell me what happened.
We were all playing hide and go seek.
Who was playing?
Me, Steven, my little brother, and one of Steven's friends, Nick. And we'd stopped because everybody got tired. It was time, and Nick was going to go home in 20 minutes. My pager was inside his house. I'd asked them to keep it earlier inside his house. And they were going in, and then I was going to go in with them and get it, and they ran in front of me and shut the door. And I tried to push the door open, and it went open, and they tried to push it back, and it slammed up against the side of the wood on the house, and it just cracked the door.
Then you must have pushed it pretty hard.
Or my pager was on top of his refrigerator.
How do you know it was on top of the refrigerator? Had you been in the house?
I saw him put it on there.
Where were you when you saw him put it on top of the refrigerator?
On the side door, on the steps, and the refrigerator's near it.
So you didn't go into the house?
No.
Because you know you're not allowed in the house?
Yes.
Did you tell him, I just want my pager?
Yes.
And what did he say?
They really didn't say anything. They were just saying keep him out.
Because he's not allowed to be in here.
I don't know. I think they were playing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Did your little brother have your pager?
Yes.
So what were you doing trying to get into the house?
They gave the pager to him after the door was broken.
Are you sure about that?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Steve Terry says 13-year-old Ricky Hill damaged his door while playing with his son, Steve Jr.
Go over there.
कोरोना से ज्यादा खतरनाक हंट्रा वायरस फैलने लगा। पूरी दुनिया तबाही के दहाने पर खुफिया ताकतों की नई चाल। मुआजिज दोस्तों, कोरोना वायरस ने पूरी दुनिया को यह दिखा दिया था कि एक छोटा सा वायरस कैसे ताकतवर मुल्कों को घुटनों पर ला सकता है। अस्पतालों को भर सकता है, मईशत को तबाह कर सकता है और लाखों खानदानों की जिंदगियां बदल सकता है। लोग अभी तक कोरोना के खौफ से पूरी तरह बाहर भी नहीं निकले कि अब एक और वायरस ने साइंसदानों और आलमी इदारों को परेशान कर दिया है। इस वायरस का नाम है हंटा वायरस। दोस्तों, बज़ाहिर ये नाम आम लोगों के लिए नया हो सकता है, लेकिन माहिरीन कई सालों से इसे एक खामोश कातिल करार देते आए। फर्क सिर्फ ये है कि कोरोना एक इंसान से दूसरे इंसान तक तेजी से फैलता था, जबकि हंटा वायरस ज्यादातर चूहों के जरिए इंसान तक पहुंचता है। लेकिन अगर मुस्तकबिल में इस वायरस की कोई ऐसी किस्म सामने आ गई जो इंसानों में आसानी से मुंतकिल होने लगे, तो दुनिया एक बार फिर ऐसी तबाही देख सकती है जिसका तस्वुर भी खौफनाक है। और अमेरिका के कुछ इलाकों में ऐसे केसेस तेजी से बढ़ रहे हैं जिनमें देखा गया है कि यह वायरस मुतासरा इंसान से दूसरे इंसान में तेजी से मुंतकिल हो रहा है, और यही सबसे तशवीशनाक अमर है। हंटा वायरस की सबसे खतरनाक बात इसकी खामोशी है। इस वायरस से मुतासरा इंसान को शुरू में सिर्फ आम बुखार, जिस्म दर्द, सर दर्द या थकन महसूस होती है, बिल्कुल वैसे ही जैसे कोरोना के आगाज में होता था। ज्यादातर लोग इसे मामूली बीमारी समझकर नजरअंदाज कर देते हैं, मगर फिर अचानक मरीज की हालत खराब होने लगती है, सांस रुकने लगती है, फेफड़े पानी से भरने लगते हैं, गुर्दे जवाब देना शुरू कर देते हैं और चंद दिनों के अंदर इंसान आईसीयू तक पहुंच जाता है। कई मरीजों ने इस बीमारी को जमीनी जहन्नुम करार दिया, क्योंकि वो तकलीफ जो इस वायरस के दौरान महसूस होती है इंसान को मुकम्मल बेबस कर देती है। दोस्तों, दुनिया इस वक्त हंटा वायरस को सिर्फ एक महदूद खतरा समझती है, क्योंकि इसके ज्यादातर केसेस चूहों से जुड़े होते हैं। लेकिन साइंसदानों को असल खौफ इस बात का है कि वायरस वक्त के साथ बदलते रहते हैं। कोरोना की तरह ये वायरस भी अगर किसी दिन ऐसी शक्ल इख्तियार कर ले जो इंसानों में तेजी से फैलने लगे, तो पूरी दुनिया एक नई आलमी तबाही की तरफ जा सकती है। नाज़रीन गिरामी, माहिरीन कहते हैं कि वायरस हमेशा बदलते रहते हैं, इनके अंदर नई ताकतें पैदा होती रहती हैं। यही वजह है कि दुनिया भर की लेबॉर्ट्रियां हंटा वायरस पर मुसलसल तहकीक कर रही हैं। और दोस्तों, एक और खबर यह भी है कि एक अमेरिका लेबॉर्ट्री से इस वायरस के कुछ नमूने चोरी कर लिए गए हैं। यानी ये कहना मुश्किल नहीं रहा कि अब इस वायरस को पूरी दुनिया में फैलाया जाएगा ताकि खुफिया ताकतें अपने मकासद हासिल कर सकें। थोड़ी देर के लिए तसव्वुर कीजिए कि अगर एक ऐसा वायरस दुनिया भर में फैल जाए जिसमें कोरोना जैसी रफ्तार भी हो और हंटा वायरस जैसी खतरनाक शरह अमवात भी, तो क्या होगा। कोरोना के दौरान दुनिया ने अस्पतालों के बाहर लंबी कतारें देखी थी, ऑक्सीजन की कमी देखी थी, लोग अपने प्यारों को आखिरी बार देख भी नहीं पाते थे। मगर हंटा वायरस इससे भी ज्यादा खौफनाक साबित हो सकता है, क्योंकि इसमें मरीज के फेफड़े और गुर्दे एक साथ मुतासिर होते हैं। यानी एक तरफ सांस रुक रही होती है और दूसरी तरफ जिस्म से जहरीले मादे बाहर निकालने वाले आज़ा काम करना छोड़ देते हैं। हंटा वायरस की कुछ अकसाम में मौत की शरह 30 से 40% तक देखी गई है। यानी हर 3-4 मरीजों में से एक इंसान जिंदा नहीं बच पाता। अब सोचें, अगर ऐसा वायरस दुनिया के बड़े शहरों में फैल जाए, एयरपोर्ट्स, ट्रेनों और जहाजों के जरिए एक मुल्क से दूसरे मुल्क पहुंच जाए, तो चंद हफ्तों में करोड़ों लोग खतरे में आ सकते हैं। अस्पताल भर जाएंगे, डॉक्टर कम पड़ जाएंगे, दवाएं खत्म हो जाएंगी और हुकूमतें एक बार फिर लॉकडाउन लगाने पर मजबूर हो सकती हैं। और दोस्तों, सबसे खौफनाक बात यह है कि इस वायरस का अभी तक कोई मुकम्मल इलाज मौजूद नहीं है। कोरोना के दौरान कम से कम वैक्सीन तैयार हो गई थी, कुछ दवाएं मददगार साबित हुई थी, लेकिन हंटा वायरस के मामले में डॉक्टर्स के पास ऑप्शन बहुत कम है। अगर किसी शख्स को यह वायरस हो जाए तो डॉक्टर सिर्फ उसकी जान बचाने की कोशिश करते हैं। अगर सांस रुक रही हो तो ऑक्सीजन दी जाती है, अगर फेफड़े खराब हो जाएं तो वेंटिलेटर लगाया जाता है, और अगर गुर्दे फेल हो जाएं तो डायलिसिस किया जाता है। यानी असल में वायरस के खिलाफ कोई खास हथियार मौजूद नहीं है। नाज़रीन, यहाँ सबसे अहम सवाल यह है कि आखिर इस वायरस का इलाज बनाना इतना मुश्किल क्यों है। इसकी एक बड़ी वजह यह है कि हंटा वायरस कई मुख्तलिफ अकसाम पर मुश्तमिल है। हर इलाके में इसकी अलग शक्ल पाई जाती है, कुछ अकसाम ज्यादा खतरनाक हैं, कुछ कम। इसलिए एक ऐसी दवा या वैक्सीन बनाना जो हर किस्म पर काम करे बहुत मुश्किल है। और दूसरी वजह यह है कि यह वायरस बहुत तेजी से जिस्म के आम हिस्सों पर हमला करता है। जब तक डॉक्टर बीमारी को मुकम्मल तौर पर पहचानते हैं, तब तक अक्सर मरीज की हालत खतरनाक हो चुकी होती है। और इस वायरस का एक और खतरनाक पहलू यह है कि इसकी इब्तिदाई अलामात आम बीमारियों जैसी होती हैं, बुखार, थकन, जिस्म दर्द, मतली, कै या सर्दी लगना। इसी वजह से मरीज बर वक्त अस्पताल नहीं पहुंचते। कई लोग समझते हैं कि इन्हें आम फ्लू या मौसमी बुखार हुआ है, लेकिन फिर अचानक इनकी सांस रुकने लगती है, और यही वो मरहला होता है जहां बहुत से मरीज जान की बाजी हार जाते हैं। दोस्तों, साइंसदानों का कहना है कि अगर हैंटा वायरस कभी इंसान से इंसान में तेजी से मुंतकिल होने लगा तो दुनिया शायद कोरोना से भी ज्यादा बड़े बहरान में फंस जाए, क्योंकि कोरोना के दौरान कई लोगों को सिर्फ हल्की अलामात होती थी, लेकिन हैंटा वायरस ज्यादातर शदीद हालत पैदा करता है। इसमें मरीज सीधा ICU तक पहुंच सकता है। इसका मतलब यह है कि सेहत का निजाम बहुत जल्द दबाव में आ जाएगा। दुनिया के कई ममालिक पहले ही सेहत के मसाइल का शिकार हैं। गरीब मुल्कों में अस्पताल कम है, डॉक्टरों की तादाद कम है और दवाएं महदूद हैं। अगर ऐसा खतरनाक वायरस बड़े पैमाने पर फैल गया तो इन ममालिक में सूरत हाल बहुत तेजी से काबू से बाहर हो सकती है। लोग अस्पतालों के बाहर मरने लगेंगे, ऑक्सीजन और वेंटिलेटर्स की शदीद कमी पैदा हो जाएगी। जैसे कोरोना के दौरान लोग सिलेंडर ढूंढते फिरते थे, वैसे ही एक बार फिर दुनिया खौफ में डूब सकती है और सिर्फ सेहत का निजाम ही नहीं, पूरी मईशत तबाह हो सकती है। नाज़रीन ग्रामी, आपको याद होगा कि कोरोना के दौरान लाखों लोग बेरोजगार हुए थे, कारोबार बंद हुए थे, दुनिया की सप्लाई चेन रुक गई थी। अगर हैंटा वायरस जैसी बीमारी आलमी सतह पर फैल गई तो लोग घरों में बंद हो जाएंगे, सफर रुक जाएगा, तिजारत मुतासिर होगी और गरीब ममालिक मजीद गरीब हो जाएंगे। दुनिया के स्टॉक मार्केट गिर सकते हैं, खुराक की किल्लत पैदा हो सकती है और जराइम में इजाफा हो सकता है। और बाज माहिरीन को तो यह भी खौफ है कि मौसमी तब्दीलियां और बढ़ती हुई आलूदगी मुस्तकबिल में ऐसे वायरसेस के फैलाव को बढ़ा सकती है। जब जंगलात खत्म होते हैं, जानवरों के रहने की जगह तबाह होती हैं, तो चूहे और दूसरे जानवर इंसानी आबादियों का रुख करते हैं। जानवरों से इंसानों में मुंतकिल होने वाली बीमारियां बढ़ जाती हैं। कोरोना के बाद दुनिया को यह सबक मिला था कि इंसान और जंगली हयात के दरमियान तवाजुन बिगड़ने के नताइज कितने खतरनाक हो सकते हैं। हैंटा वायरस का ताल्लुक ज्यादातर चूहों से होता है। चूहों का पेशाब, फुजला या लाभ जब खुश्क होकर हवा में शामिल होता है तो इंसान सांस के जरिए वायरस अपने जिस्म में दाखिल कर लेता है। इसलिए पुराने स्टोर रूम, गोदाम, तहखाने, खेत या बंद कमरे खतरनाक साबित हो सकते हैं। अगर किसी जगह चूहे मौजूद हों और वहां सफाई करते वक्त गर्द उड़े तो ये वायरस सीधा फेफड़ों में जा सकता है। ये वायरस खास तौर पर फेफड़ों और गुर्दों पर हमला करता है। फेफड़ों में सूजन आ जाती है, पानी भरने लगता है और मरीज को सांस लेने में शदीद मुश्किल होती है। दूसरी तरफ गुर्दे खून साफ करना छोड़ देते हैं, जिस्म के अंदर जहरीले मादे जमा होने लगते हैं और मुतासरा मरीजों को फौरी डायलिसिस की जरूरत पड़ती है। दुनिया भर के साइंसदान इस वायरस के खिलाफ वैक्सीन बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अभी तक कोई ऐसी वैक्सीन मौजूद नहीं है जो आम लोगों को बड़े पैमाने पर दी जा सके। और दोस्तों, इसकी वजह यह भी है कि हैंटा वायरस के केसेस अभी महदूद हैं, इसलिए दवा साज कंपनियां इस पर इतनी तेजी से सरमायाकारी नहीं करती जितनी कोरोना के दौरान की गई थी। लेकिन अगर मुस्तकबिल में केसेस बढ़ने लगे तो दुनिया को एक नए हंगामी बहरान का सामना करना पड़ सकता है। जी तो मुअज़्ज़िज़ दोस्तों, ये थी हमारी आज की वीडियो के हवाले से आपकी राय क्या कहती है कमेंट में जरूर बताइएगा। वीडियो अच्छी लगी है, आपकी मालूमात में इजाफे का बायस बनी है तो हमारी इस कोशिश को एक लाइक और एक शेयर जरूर दीजिएगा। इंशाल्लाह आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर होते हैं एक नई वीडियो के साथ। तब तक अपना ढेर सारा ख्याल रखिए। अल्लाह ने के बाद।